My
sweater.
my cousin's fiance, like a couple months ago, was like going through all these old clothes
We're
that he
live,
didn't
by the
wear.
way. Just so
We're
you know.
live right now?
Yeah,
Don't
just
fix
you
your
can
mic.
keep telling your story.
Oh.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so he had all these clothes and he just dropped a suitcase off at my house and was like, "Take whatever you want." And now like most of my wardrobe is just his old clothes, but it all looks amazing and is way better than anything I owned previously.
What up,
So it worked
Gremlin?
out very well.
And I'm not being funny, but like more modern stuff, or was it like a vintage?
There was a good mix of like some modern shit. Like I got a couple polos out of it, some nice Banana Republic pants, a couple real nice sweaters,
And we are live, yes sir.
and we are live.
What's happening, Artie?
I need to post that on my community tab because I don't think I did that.
Oh God damn it! You're the one that brings everybody in.
Sorry.
Evan,
That's
I like
not
this.
true.
sweater.
I hope. I have a lot of people.
You what?
who come in.
What was
I
that?
like
Luke?
this
We
sweater.
are-
I think this is a
We're
nice
dead
sweater.
channel.
Thank you,
Really.
We're
Luke.
a dead
That was not
channel.
one that he
Awesome.
gave me. I got that a couple years ago, and I love
What
it.
up,
So
Artie?
you're
Yeah,
taking
we
full
pretty
credit
good
for
last
this one.
week.
I like it.
Yeah.
This was the stream I'm worried about. So
Hang on,
because
hang on.
we
I'm
don't
sharing it.
got the most. So let's see what happens. But yeah,
I'm sharing
what's
it.
going on, everybody?
There.
Get off my okay.
Artie, what's going on, buddy?
Trap trailer. Yeah, we're about to talk about that actually.
I'm so
Probably in an hour or
confused.
two.
Yeah, right. In
Probably.
an hour or so. No, we'll let some
Hey,
people trickle
Cynthia.
in here. Hey, Cynthia, and we'll see what happens.
All right, I'm popping this open.
Yeah, so hopefully
Don't
we can
explode.
actually watch these and the stream won't get ripped down.
Don't explode.
So we'll see about that. Actually, I don't even think this one's. I don't
Mine
even think
didn't.
I went through and
Just
monetized this
FYI.
one. So I think because we shrank it down to that size. So
We should
That's
be
why I
fine.
do mine like that, just in case, because I don't
Yeah.
want any of it.
Man, when I was doing the Abigail review, I was like so trepid with using any trailer footage.
Right? I've been
you
using
just
a lot
gotta
more
put a little
photos
filter
lately.
over it.
Photos are a good medium. That's where
Yeah.
I've been.
Just slow pan them and stuff,
Yep.
you know.
Yep.
We're gonna start recreating the movie, so we don't get
Hmm.
deep.
That's what we should be doing,
There you go.
Start
actually.
sweeting
Like-
the movies.
Yeah, I like
Like
that.
in This Is the End, where they do Pineapple Express.
There we go.
yeah,
For Abigail, I already had the ballerina outfit, but we didn't get. We
I
didn't
know
have
you
time.
We
did.
didn't have time. Yeah, no, that'd been funny. That would have been great. I'm curious.
This Is
about
the End
the
is such a
Blair
good
Witch
movie, by the way.
controversy.
Holy
I love
shit.
that
Oh
dude.
god, it's so good.
It's so good.
It's not
Um,
perfect, but it's definitely good. It's definitely interesting.
So the Blair Witch stuff is a little bit more of a continuation of kind of what we talked about last week.
Except now it's further.
Yes, there was just some statements put out by some of the original cast and everything that's been kind of making its rounds. We are going to be talking about the Deadpool trailer. I put that in here, not necessarily horror, but I know we're all looking forward to it. So
Fuck yeah.
Mhm.
I figured why not just throw it in.
I wanted to talk about the Watchers as well, because
yeah,
That
they
looks
had a new
awesome.
trailer today.
coming out next week, right?
Yeah.
So
Is that next week?
No,
June.
that's June.
is it June? Okay, Christina
Yeah.
said next week, and
I
was like,
wish
oh,
it was next week.
I was gonna
I
say.
know, right?
Shit,
After
that's
this
snuck up.
trailer, After this trailer, I'm like, huh.
I
Yeah, it
remember
looks way
just hearing
better.
the concept of it, and I was like, I want to. Like, it was on my most anticipated movies of the year list.
What is it
Before-
with the Cronenbergs and the M. Night
Shyamalan.
Shyamalan Ding Dang?
Yeah.
Shyamalan.
Was that Cassandra freaking Nova in the Deadpool trailer? Maybe. I don't know who that is, so I can't. I can't
Oh.
say. Let me look that up. Let me see.
Man, I had the strangest thing when I went to see Abigail in the theater because it was the first time I ever went into a movie theater that was flat. It was not angled. The seats were not on a incline. So I had
Huh.
to just.
Was it a smaller theater?
No, so I think like this is a huge movie theater, but it was like
Looks like it,
their
Artie.
one of their theaters that was like tucked away in the back corner. So I guess they just like
Oh,
use
yeah.
that one for like movies that no one's gonna go see.
Oh,
But it was
shit.
just flat. It was bizarre. I'm gonna go see Sasquatch Sunset this week,
Sunset.
and that's I have a feeling it might be there again.
Where's that show? Is that showing like in a mainstream theater near you or
No.
no? Okay, it's. A
I mean,
random
it's so we have one theater.
one. in
like
all
one
of Canada, huh?
in all of Canada.
In all of
We-
Canada.
We all make the trek out to
We have to sign up months in
Why
advance.
can't I think of another province? I tried to think of a province. I couldn't
Yeah,
think of
it's
one.
free, though.
We all make the drive up to Saskatoon to go see the movies every week. No, So there's one. It's like Cineplex is the only one around me, but there are 3 Cineplexes that are within like half an hour of me.
It's pronounced Cinemark, sir.
Sorry. And only one of them is playing Sasquatch Sunset. So I'm gonna.
And they give you free beer, but they have to roll out somebody dying of liver cancer.
It's true.
In the theater.
There is beer now. They are serving beer, and it made me very happy because the first time I did that was during Night Swim, which was needed.
You guys just started getting alcohol in your theaters?
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
wow.
we did.
That
was
became
nothing.
a more widespread thing, at least for us in Ohio. Like, I want to say probably about 6 or 7 years ago.
Yeah, well,
Like,
that's
a
when
lot
we
of the-
legalized weed, so catch up.
Okay, yeah, we just
I
did
think I
that
still
here.
have a jar of Toonies and Loonies and Toonies in here somewhere.
Yeah. No, so I mean it was like an $11 beer, but I needed it to watch Night
Holy
Swim.
shit!
Yeah. Oh, they're pricey. I got a.
It's crazy.
It was a Jack and Coke icy, and it was like $11, and it
Yeah,
was like
it's
this
wild.
big. It was like something stupid. We my cousin and I went and saw Endgame for the second time, and we each had like 3 of them. We spent so much fucking money that day.
I brought
and it
in a
was like,
flask to
fucked
see
up.
Madam Web.
Enchanted experience.
I did want to.
Alex, last Shogun episode tomorrow night.
I know.
It's almost done.
I know.
I
like it a
this
lot.
This is a good point for Cynthia that she brought up here that we're going to touch on, because I don't know how much of this you guys looked into. I'm honestly thinking about, I was going to talk to you, Luke, about maybe doing like a video on this whole thing, because it's actually way deeper than I thought, this whole Blair Witch stuff. Because like apparently
it's gonna be complicated.
yeah, they relinquished their rights like years ago during the first lawsuit, and they each got a payout of $300,000, and that was like, in the legal sense, like what Cynthia's saying here, they pretty much said, you know, it's all good, it is what it is, and now they're coming back. I didn't know that. I had never heard about that wrinkle until today, and I was like, oof.
It's the 30-year clause thing where the writers.
That was another thing.
The writers
they said
and
it was
the owner.
either 25 or 30 years or something. Like you can,
because there was
do that.
no real script, and they were creating the script as it went. They may have actual grounds to stand on. I mean,
And
like that.
That's why this whole thing is so interesting, because it's like there's so, every time you see that, it's like there's so many little.
I'm excited to
pockets
see
of
how this
things,
plays out. Like, this is gonna be really interesting.
It's wild. So I'm glad that Alex is up on it too, because then we can get it.
Well, after the whole Friday the 13th thing, I think we're all fucking like lawyers now.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ. I never could imagine something that bad.
No, that was
What up,
terrible.
Bo?
Yeah. Madam.
Oh, we have to restart.
Yeah, I had a couple Irish coffees when I saw Krampus for the first time. That's
Such
a great.
a vibe.
All right,
That is
let's
such
roll
a
it
great
back.
thing to do this. Yep.
I just found a recipe for like traditional butterbeer.
You
and
got
I'm
to
gonna
talk
try
about your
making it soon.
sweaters again, Evan. We gotta take it back to the top.
We're talking about my sweaters again?
Yeah, O just got here, so we have to restart.
Oh shit.
Run it
Okay.
back. Run it back.
Well, here's one of my sweaters.
Put it on. Come on, man.
That's the one with the cream on the corner.
This is the one that someone said was a virgin sweater.
Oh.
So out of protest, let me
Hey.
swap over to
There we
that.
go. Yeah.
You gotta wear that
Oh,
when
here
you
we are.
want to, find a date or something.
You're gonna get us banned, but
Look, he's taking his shirt off. We're starting off strong here. There's no way to
It's
go.
all work.
It's the Bare Chest Project.
Yeah.
There we go.
Dude, I remember one of the dumbest things. We were out on a hike once, my dad and I, and we were joking about making a Blair Witch parody called the Blair What Project,
Oh
where
my
they just
God.
all got way too big. Like, bro smoked the map, like rolled the map up in a joint.
No.
I know, it was the dumbest thing. It was the dumbest conversation, but we were like in hysterics talking about it for some reason.
Do you remember the parody that they made? And the Heather girl was like out in the woods and a big snot bubble blows up. Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
it was really bad.
Was that in the movie?
I think they had 2 actual. There was one in a vampire movie that it was like a spoof of a vampire movie or something, but they put the
Vampires
Blair
sucks.
Witch in it. And then there was another one that was called the Blair Spoof Project or something like that. And then it was like terrible.
This is a good question, Evan. Why were you sniffing your sweater?
Cynthia, you're right. We are switching to 4D streams soon, so we are going to have scents included.
Yeah. If you guys, did you get your scratch and sniff cards from the
The Blockbuster.
Splattergates?
They're on the
Beyond
Patreon.
Splattergates.
The original cast are going to be the antagonists of the new movie. Probably, honestly, at this point. But like another thing, somebody I was looking into that brought up, because I mean, we might as well just talk about this first, and then we'll do trailers because we're already kind of into it.
Yeah, whatever.
Let
it flow.
But like the other thing that someone had mentioned that I thought was pretty interesting about all of this was pretty much that like their like statement, their public letter is talking about how they want like meaningful creative input, anything that has to do with like their characters, right? And then someone that I don't ever watch them, but they were like Clownfish something. They were like the only other people on YouTube who had like made a video about this. So I was just checking all my sources to see if they had any more information that I couldn't find. And they brought up a good point that it's like, well, then they're just going to straight remake it. They're just not going to include your characters. They're just going to not even include the first film. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, that's that. They could really just do that and get around the whole thing if that's one of their demands. Like if they actually like were able to get like this like cauterized in a legal sense, like
I can totally see that happening.
they would just remake it. They would just go, no, we're just going to do a new Blair Witch, same title, different story.
Yeah, it's a requel. It's a we're gonna retcon. You know,
Yeah, they don't. No, they could just straight remake it, and they don't even have to say it because it has nothing to do with the first film, and then they just cut them out completely.
First scene: Heather, Josh, and Mike are executed. They're filleted by a witch. That's like, it's like some fucking crazy shit.
They should bring back him, director of the Blair Witch 2. I am actually I do have a little inside baseball on the upcoming Frogman sequel that is being written right now.
Your mic's cutting out.
Is it?
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, it's because I'm not allowed to talk about it. But
okay.
I'm kidding. It's the Frogman sequel. I was talking to Anthony Cousins over DMs the other day, and he had mentioned in our interview how he wanted that to be very much like in the same vein of like Blair Witch 2, where like it's kind of more meta than it's like a meta take on the first film. And I was like, that's going to be so much fun. And he's really pushing for it because like in his little teaser post that he made on Twitter, he was just like, all right, time to study this up before I do some writing. And he was watching the Blair Witch 2 Book of Shadows. So not to say that movie is like incredible or anything, but I do appreciate the different take. So
yeah, I haven't seen it in years.
Like once, so
yeah, it's been a long time.
All righty.
Forgot to put it in the Discord. Damn it.
What did you put in the Discord?
I forgot to put the fucking
everything.
Damn it, Alex!
You fucker. Okay, but yeah. So, do we want to kind of go through their letters? That was kind of what my idea was. We kind of break down what they wrote and everything, and just our thoughts and everything.
Yeah.
On what's going on here. So, primarily these are going up on Joshua Leonard's social media. So he's kind of the one that's spearheading this because I think he's got the bigger presence still, because I know he's acted in a few things and has produced quite a few horror films.
He's the more active
years. Yeah. But yeah, the first one that they ask on Lionsgate in their public letter is retroactive and future residual payments to Heather, Michael, Josh for acting services rendered in the original Blair Witch Project, equivalent to the sum that would have been allotted through the SAG-AFTRA had the proper union or legal representation when the film was made. How do you guys feel about that? Do you think like that's like as just kind of coming off the first ask? I mean, I think of all of them right now, that's probably the most reasonable. But at the same time, I see the argument some people are having where they signed a contract, but it's one of those things where it's kind of like you probably should have had a lawyer or somebody look it over.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things too where it's like at the time they were each paid $1,000 to hang out in the woods for 10 days, make this thing up as they go. They had no idea what this was going to become. So at the same time, I kind of see their side of it. So
yeah.
Let's just go around the table here and talk about it.
Do you mind if I go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't think they have much grounds on that, but I think if they try to fight it in 6 years for that 30-year clause or whatever, or the writers thing, I think they could win that. But I think that the company should try to do something just in good faith, whoever's owning it, just to try to help them, maybe get them involved in the project anyway, in some light manner, and then have them sign a contract that says, we still have full control, but we're going to be paying you to be a part of this, as this and this and this or something. You know what I mean? They should do something maybe, but they're probably not going to, and they're probably just going to be firm on it. And then it's just going to blow up into a big thing. Or it's all part of the new movie, and we're
living it right now.
In the most viral campaign of the Blair Witch Project.
Now, if that's the case, that would be the dopest thing I've ever experienced.
See what
That
I'm
would be
saying?
pretty
Like,
fucking
it could
cool.
be a genius move.
Especially because that was obviously such a huge part of the original movie, was that crazy viral marketing that they pulled
And
off.
what do we do nowadays? This is the modern world we're in.
It
right?
would be dope as fuck if they were pulling a fast one on this. This would
Alex
be super
getting
cool.
Mad praise from the chat for that one. That everybody seems to like that idea.
Yeah.
No, that would be clever. I would
It would be pretty
I'd
fucking
so
awesome.
down for that. But
I'm smelling what they're putting down. You know what I mean? They're a
they
little
go out.
dropped
The
and they're
movie's
gonna
them
get
making
tested.
their own Blair Witch movie, and then
Blair
they all
Witch
get attacked by the
reboot
real
quel
Blair Witch.
is now a court drama. I loved Emily
Yeah,
Rose.
they
They
should
could
make
pull
it
it
That's
off.
what I was
Make
gonna
it
say.
happen.
I'm like, yeah, they just do Emily Rose.
Emily
but
Rose is
Blair
one of my
Witch.
favorite movies. I think they could
Not
do
a
it.
bad idea. Although I think that
Scott
what they would
Derrickson
do
into
is they would have somebody that would have to settle what they did. They'd be ask them to go back out to the woods or something. Maybe they do an interview out there to say, hey, this is the spot where you created all of it out in Rockville, Maryland. And, we're going to fucking blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden the Blair Witch happens again.
I love
Fuck
this,
it.
man. I'm so
Right
in
back
it. Now
in.
I'm going to be disappointed
Alex,
when
we
this
gotta fly
turns out
you
not to be the case.
We got to
See,
fly
I'm the
you out
idea
to
man. I just can't write
Lionsgate
it.
and Blumhouse. You got to get out there and get it done. You got to go negotiate, broker these deals.
Wait, this is Blumhouse doing it?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Blumhouse
the
and
sad part.
Lionsgate, right?
Yeah, never mind. It's not happening. Never mind.
Messing with the new protagonist. Oh, it's like a Scooby-Doo whodunit, is kind of what I think O's pitching here, where the original cast is the witch and
Yeah.
they're, messing with it. There you go. Make it a slasher.
It's Jason Blum.
If this was
Jennifer
Paramount,
Coolidge.
maybe I'd have a little more hope because they did that really cool marketing for Smile.
Oh my god.
Right? One of the things I was gonna say, I wasn't big on the 2016 film, but I
Blair
will
Witch?
say that it was super cool that movie was called The Woods for so long.
Yeah.
It's because Adam Wingard was still super big and up and coming. It was his next movie after The Guest, and then it was one of the cons. It was Comic-Con or something. People went into it. They had a bunch of posters up on the wall that it was The Woods. And they went into it, they watched it, they saw a literal screening of the movie, and they came out and it was just Blair Witch. All
That's so
the
cool.
posters, everything had been changed to Blair Witch, and people were like, holy shit, we just watched the new Blair Witch movie.
There are
I
things
was
I
like,
do
that's
really
fucking
like about
cool.
that movie.
It has good elements.
It has
but
good elements, yeah.
Overall, I wasn't happy with it.
Yeah, same.
It's because it's never mind.
Then they created an actual monster a la New Nightmare. Yeah, take the New Nightmare approach. Go meta
It's
with
a
it as
modern
hell.
take on Blair Witch. It's supposed to have a little bit of
Yeah,
the
but I don't
cringy in
like
it.
that.
What do you like?
I've never seen a better
don't like
representation of time travel
Apparently.
and warping.
Oh, yeah. I
and
love that
sound
shit.
design than
That
any
shit was great.
movie ever.
That's what I'm saying. The movie has a lot of great shit. It's
Yeah, the
just
sound is awesome, and
Yeah.
I like those elements. I love the scene where she's crawling through the
it's great. The
uh,
tunnel.
yeah.
the tunnel. Yeah, that's super intense.
Going
do a
through the
video on
house
that.
is just so atmospheric
Yeah.
and rich, and even
I
the
agree.
witch coming up behind her was really intense.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think I just kind of wanted I expected more from it. At
It just
the
didn't feel as
end.
believable.
It kind of has the same ending as the first movie, and it was just oh, okay, whatever.
People wanted
Oh.
the old Frogman approach, basically.
Yep, I wanted
I'll
them to go full.
I do.
full
I should do
Frogman.
videos on those at some point. I want to. I want to do Lisa Frankenstein, man. After seeing Abigail, seeing Catherine Newton again, who I just have had a crush on since I saw her in Paranormal Activity 4. It's
Evan, do
now
you want
I-
to talk about Abigail? Is that why you keep bringing it up?
have I brought it up multiple times?
You brought it up 4 times, and,
Are you
and
serious?
honestly, if you want to talk about Abigail, we can make this a whole. Luke and I already did the hour-long spoiler review.
Wait, have I
Yeah,
actually?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
but
brought
they-
it up. I'm just
I thought
fucking
that
with
was the
you.
first time I brought it up.
No, you. It might have been the first time. Might have been when we were off air. But I am actually down if you guys want to talk a little bit about. what
No,
we've
I'll
been
stop
watching.
talking.
No,
I did not
it's
realize I
spoiling.
was bringing
Yeah.
up Abigail.
No,
not
not-
everybody
not-
in the chat.
Not spoilers. I was just saying, like, one of the ideas I forgot to pitch to you guys off and here was I was thinking if the audience wants it, like, we could always just kind of talk about just kind of what we've been watching recently and give very, brief kind of conversation
I got a
pieces
couple
about it.
movies I just didn't went through. Yeah.
Yeah, because like I think like that could be fun too. Because like obviously there's stuff that we've seen that hasn't out yet, and then there's stuff that just came out. There's stuff that we're rewatching. So it's like
I've been reading a lot.
we
comics.
could definitely catch up on some of that.
We can do that. Yeah.
But we'll finish up this Blair Witch stuff here
Yeah.
real quick because the second one here, this is again that one that I was saying that they're just gonna completely disregard, and like this is the easiest one for the studios to get around is meaningful consultation on future Blair Witch reboots, sequels, prequels, toys, games, rides, escape rooms, etc.
It's too
Which
much.
could, yes, right? Which could reasonably assume that Heather, Michael, and Josh names and or likenesses will be associated for promotional purposes in the public sphere. That's like too broad. That was one of those things that I was
Way
sitting
too
there thinking,
broad.
like, that is way too broad.
It's not very legalese.
Like, and I don't think this is just a public letter. I don't think any of this is like, this isn't obviously legal speak. So I don't think they can hold them. Like, we're not necessarily supposed to hold this to the flames of saying this is what they're going to actually get, but this is kind of what they're pitching that they would like to see happen.
Wait, Artie, 3?
Yeah, that would technically be Blair
Be
Witch 3.
2016.
Oh, no, he said 3 Blair Witch video games into movies.
Oh, the 3 Blair Witch video games.
He
Oh,
said that last week. I don't think there's.
I don't know.
I looked. I didn't. What are
I'm
the
aware
3
of
Blair
one.
Witch video games?
I'm aware of the vet guy who like
There was the board game that they did, but that's not a video game.
on the like thing though, just to point out 3 games from 2000s.
Really?
I don't remember. I remember 1. And it came out after the new movie in 2000 whatever.
Oh wow, there were
Fascinating.
3 volumes,
3 volumes.
Oh.
Oh wait, you know what?
and they were PC games.
I
Oh,
think Jason was telling me about that now that I
Blair
think of it.
Witch games.
Because I know
So
there's
they were-
comic books and all kinds of stuff.
It was called Blair Witch Rust and Par, Blair Witch Legends of Coffin Rock, and Blair Witch.
Can you still play them?
Endward. It's somebody says here there's patches below from 7 months ago.
I found them. I'm gonna play these.
Those would be really cool to do a video about.
That is cool as shit. Yeah, I found the wiki page. I'm gonna play these games. That is
Artie,
so sick.
honestly, when you type in Blair Witch video games on
They don't
Google,
come up.
first thing that you have to scroll down until you get to Reddit. Yeah, no, that's actually fucking funny. I actually good
That's
call
so
on that.
sick.
I do want to check. I at least want to know what the story is on those.
I'm
Because
just gonna
that's
play
one of
them.
the cool things about Blair Witch. I feel like that's one of the best things about it is like the stuff that people have come up with around it. Like if you watch a lot of videos, like I've seen a lot of stuff on Blair Witch about like just what people would do, pitching concepts, pitching things that like just little details from stories, from documentaries, from all kinds of stuff. And it's just like it's a very rich idea, but it just
Mhm.
seems like nobody knows what to do with it.
Yeah,
past
there's so
that
much
first
media
film.
out there for it.
Like I said, the video game is the closest I would say to a successful like sequel that I actually like. I'm talking about the one from like 2016 or whenever that
I
game
still
came
haven't
out.
played. It's sitting in my
Uh,
Steam library.
It's the best one that I've seen. Where it's like, yeah,
That's-
it's good.
That's not good, Artie.
He
Blood
did
Rain?
mention that too. Yeah.
Ugh.
Are you
None-
talking about
nothing-
the?
None of the fan or any of that stuff that's ever come out for that has ever been good.
Didn't Uwe Boll do the movies for those?
The first one.
Oh,
He did the first one.
I'm not sure
is
about the
that how you
second
say his
one.
name?
Yeah,
I don't
Uwe
know.
Boll. Uwe
Uwe?
Boll. Uwe Boll.
Uvula?
Okay, hold
I thought
on.
you were being attacked by a tiny metal claw. I'm gonna have to go get my Freddy Krueger glove.
Yeah. Look out! Ah! I scratched my face.
I do
It's a
think that I
dead
need
kitten's
to.
hand. Ah!
I do want to plug that Luke and we have a big thing coming up here soon, hopefully, if everything goes well, and maybe tomorrow. But we're about to cross 2K subs, so we're getting really close. We're
Fuck yeah.
Wait, how close are you?
Now.
We are at 1994.
Oh fuck yeah.
What a year.
You're hitting that overnight.
Oh,
I hope so.
nice.
I'm hoping I wake up to 2K. That'd be
Dude.
nice.
That's awesome.
But yeah, O is a big Uwe Boll fan. Honestly, I will say there is one movie by him that I actually found to be pretty interesting, and it was that first Rampage movie.
Yeah, me too. Same here.
Yeah,
and you know
I
why? Because he didn't direct it. They did.
I thought that it was pretty cool, and then it was like, oh, okay, yeah, the rest of them, the sequels, it just like fell off real fast. Like it got really out of hand when he went to the White House and was trying to kill the president and stuff like that. I was like, okay, now you've gone really big.
I have those other ones. I've never seen them. I do like the first one though, and they I heard that they were told to improv the entire thing.
That's fun.
Legit?
I believe that because of that fucking coffee scene when he's in the coffee
Right.
house and he's just like, I asked for a double macchiato,
Right before he
extra
walks out.
foam." And then he
Right before
comes
the
back.
journey begins.
Yeah, you can't. You can't. Yeah, dude. You
Hey,
can't.
no problem, man.
You can't fucking make those movies anymore. Not today. Too many things going on. in
I
the
think you're
world.
talking about me because you said "Let's go, Alex," and then you wrote that.
Well, we covered all those movies too, so they could be talking about us. He
Yeah, but
probably
I
was talking
told
about
you
us.
about. No, I'm just kidding.
Actually,
I did review it first.
you did. But there is one movie that we're going to be reviewing this week that you can take full credit for. That's
Oh,
been
yeah.
very tough. We'll
Everybody
be talking
needs to
about it.
see.
We'll be talking
I'll watch
about
it. I need to watch it.
I'm telling you,
Definitely
man, this
do.
is the
It's-
best movie of the year.
in-
Year. It may be one of the best movies ever made, literally, for feelings. I'm not
What?
joking.
Both Alex and Splattercast sold me on Low Lifes. Okay, all right, cool. No, yeah, Mr. Boone, he's been popping up in our comments here and there. He's been a very, very supportive. I appreciate it.
That's awesome.
So the protagonist of the first Blair Witch game is a side character from the one-off game Nocturne that also birthed Blood. Oh Jesus,
This whole cinematic universe I got to catch up on. Holy shit.
he's got the knowledge, bro. He's got the whole thing figured out.
Apparently.
But yeah, and then there is also kind of like a side note here for this Blair Witch stuff that they put in this, where it's like our film has been rebooted twice. Both times were a disappointment from a fan/box office critical perspective. Neither of the films were made with significant creative input from the original team, as the insiders who created the Blair Witch and have been listening to what fans love and want for 25 years. We're your single greatest, yet thus far unutilized secret weapon. And I'm just
Let
like,
me-
Jesus, dude.
Let me
like,
just say
laying
this,
it on
though.
thick there, right?
If they got everything they wanted and they failed at it, there would be hell to pay.
That would be
That-
really rough.
Cynthia, you are absolutely correct. Yes. Alex literally was like, guys, you need to watch this movie today. And I
they've
will
waited
say,
and waited.
Luke has watched it.
Mhm.
He's seen it all the way through. I
Even
started
though
it last
I already
night.
had a coffee table, I still went ahead and watched it.
I started it last night, but I honestly,
You
I'm
had to
just saying
stop.
this. If you haven't seen our Infested review, it has been a very interesting weekend for your boy here. The Infested did some shit to me, bro. Like that movie. That was I don't ever turn off like a horror movie. I don't ever like not because it's bad, not because there's anything wrong with it. It is just one of those things where it made me so uncomfortable and got under my skin. Not like in the way that like the Uncle did, where I had to sit there and watch the Uncle in a couple different parts. That was more just I was just uncomfortable because of the content and just like I was finding it hard to get through. But like
Me too, Palmer.
Infested, that's one of those movies where it's like this guy understands tension, he understands scares, he understands exactly how to get under your skin. Luke and I both say it in our review, but Evil Dead, the spinoff, this is in the best possible hands it could be in right now, dude. Like I am absolutely sold after seeing this.
I am excited. I get to watch it tonight. I was supposed to watch it last night, but I fell asleep, and then I tried to watch it today, but I fell asleep. So I'm just gonna watch it tonight on a bunch of coffee, and then I'm gonna review the shit out of it because I'm excited about
It's
it.
straight garbage.
I can't get Coffee
Not
Table
trash.
in Canada, and I can't, even if I use a VPN, my account is still a Canadian account.
You want to
so it
use my
won't let
account?
me. I mean, if you're off, like, I just want to see this movie now.
Yeah, you can use my account. It's cool.
We'll set that up.
I think you can attach a friend to it.
$5
That seems fair.
an hour. Anyway,
An hour.
yeah, I'm currently trying to get my American friend to buy the HD digital copy on Amazon of Coffee Table. Can't buy the DVD. Yeah, that's a shame.
Dude, I'm telling you guys, Coffee Table, the best.
I'll watch it. I'll give it a watch. And I
It
also
is
do want to
so
see Infested now.
upsetting and so uncomfortable. I've
gonna see them.
never felt anything. It's just so crazy.
Yeah, called that a success. That's a good point, Palmer. Coffee Table feels like the sequel.
Yeah, I'll sell copies, right out of the YouTube.
Yeah,
Just
Who
rip
wants a
them for me,
copy,
man.
huh?
Yeah.
Papa?
I mean, I'm sure I
still
can
want-
find it on some fucking pirate website, but I don't want to do that. I want
No,
to
you should
support these
support it for
bastards.
sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the worst case, it comes out May 19th, 20th.
I can't wait that
Yeah.
long. Hey, May 19th. That is the first day that I'll be doing YouTube
I
full
spent
time.
$20
There you
on
go.
the fucking DVD, and
a
I
sign.
spent $10 on the fucking digital.
It is a sign. Wait, yeah.
There we go.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. That would be fun. I don't think I need to see that in like a film variant though. Already, I'd kind of like to see that almost like an animated movie. But like, I don't think we could actually like. I don't know how I'd feel about them actually
Like
Crossing-
a Zootopia, you mean?
like a Zootopia. Fuck you. All right. Let's see. I've completely spoiled the Coffee Table for myself, including the ending.
I don't know
I may
a
be
single
able to
thing
take
about it.
It's.
Don't tell me. I
So-
know the title.
No,
That's all
I'm
I want to
I'm
know.
not saying shit other than I'll be very vague just on why I had to stop it. So like
No,
after,
no, don't do it.
What?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Wait, I have
don't
to go
even
to the
know what I'm
washroom.
gonna say.
I hope you're not going to say why.
I'll
it
be right
connects.
back. You can say whatever you
No,
want.
I'm not gonna. I'm not
Okay.
even gonna say anything specific. I'm just gonna say that as after what was Infested and how intense that was, and then like literally going to watch the Coffee Table last night, I was exhausted. I was already just having a bit of a day, and honestly, I was just tired from life stuff in general. And I'm watching this movie, and then the 20-minute mark hits, and I'm just like, okay, you know what? I am I am intrigued. You have my attention. I'm there, but I can't do this tonight. And I literally turned it off and I texted the group and I said, I'm into it, but I'm not doing this
I
right
gave
now.
him a bunch of shit for it. I was like, you're gonna ruin the immersion, bro.
I'm not doing it right now. It's just one of those weekends, man. I just saw a bunch of movies where I'm just like, I need a fucking breather, and it feels good. I haven't had movies like that in a while.
This
so.
is one of the only movies in history that I can think of that building the anticipation for this movie only heightens the experience of this movie.
Why are you Naruto running back in there?
I was disappointed that the just so everyone knows, Coffee Table is not made of sweet mahogany.
Okay, yeah.
It's cheap, fake gold paint.
It's one of those IKEA.
That was like so. I was so confused by how this guy was. I can't say it. But yeah, Alex being cheap and not ripping it for us. You son of a bitch. You gotta get us. You gotta make sure.
Gotta
Actually,
get
Oh,
you
it says it's
copies,
not available near
Louis.
high seas. It sure is, because I found it on the high seas. I just didn't interact with it there.
yeah, late May, I think.
I would set it to
Zootopia
my
versus
flex.
Evil Dead. That's what I'm talking about. I will watch that.
There we
Zootopia.
go, Nick Wilde
Don't they have
versus
a
Ash.
second one?
Come on.
Why
would
do you know the
legit watch that.
Zootopia characters' names?
My daughter has been watching Zootopia at least twice a day.
Jeez, so she's
No.
a Zootopia kid.
Are you serious?
Oh.
Yeah.
I used to babysit these two girls when I was 16, and it was Moana was the big one at the time.
She
And-
Moana, Zootopia, and Tangled.
Atticus
It's
We
likes
great.
we would end up just watching Moana over and over and over again. And you know what? Pretty good movie.
Stop
It's
talking
just
about
great.
it.
I'm not
Not gonna
complaining.
lie
I
to you.
love Zootopia, so
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like Moana, Zootopia, those are good movies.
I honestly
Yeah,
think
I
they
agree with
should
you,
do-
Cynthia. It was just too much for me at the time.
I think they should do puppet renditions of popular horror movies.
Yeah. I know we're not there yet, but there's a trailer from the person that made Goodnight Mother and The Lodge, right? That we're talking about.
Yes. Well, I think the trailer's
article.
out. I don't know if I
Or-
put it. There's an article, but I think the trailer dropped.
Have you guys
either
seen The
yesterday or
Lodge?
today.
Yes,
I
love
have,
Lodge.
yeah.
No, I have not.
It's
I-
mean.
It
was
is.
okay.
I was really curious because I watched it and I thought it was fucking great. Like I really
too.
liked it. And then I looked it up after, and it's like universally people were like, "This is one of the worst movies I've ever seen." And I was like, "What the fuck?"
Hey, look, we agree on something for
We do,
for a change.
and
Yeah.
it's like I feel like we have some things that agree, but usually when it's like niche stuff, there's some
You know,
differences. But
and it's funny because that is less of a story,
yeah,
and I'm typically the douchebag that says
Sure.
that crap. But yeah, a lot of people
That
were
was-
saying there's nothing to the story, and I'm like, it's mean spirited and
Yeah, yeah.
psychological as hell.
that movie, that's one that you walk away from like, oh fucking Jesus.
The Lodge, Cynthia.
The Lodge does have an upsetting ending. Yes, that's very true.
Oh, is that what you're talking about? The director of Lose? Because the director of Lose did that new movie.
I don't know.
Is it Longlegs?
No, wait. No, that's the guy who did Blackcoat's Daughter.
The Lodge
what
was
I'm talking
Veronica
about?
Franz. She did. No, it doesn't look like she
Lose
did.
from 2018
Lose.
or 2020.
Yeah, 2018. I think it's 2018.
No, it's not. It's not the same one.
2018, yeah.
Tillman Singer, is that who you're talking about? That's Cuckoo.
Cuckoo, thank you. I couldn't
Yeah,
remember
the other highly anticipated neon movie.
Yeah, Loose is really good if you don't
You just
mind.
mixed up
I
your
think-
neons.
I'll have to check it out.
I think you would like it, Evan, more than most people.
Okay, I'll check
I
it out.
really enjoyed it. I was wanting more of a narrative, and I'm
Are you
not
calling
saying
us
that to be a
classless
douche, like,
whores, Alex?
no, it's really.
I think
Because
that's exactly what he said.
Is that because we reviewed Eight-Legged Freaks and said positive
If
things?
I'm wrong, make fun of me. If I'm wrong, make fun of me. But I guarantee you, you'll like it.
Cool?
Yep,
check it out.
Cynthia hit us with that. She knows what's up. Didn't expect to like The Lodge as much as I did. That
It's
one,
really
honestly, guys,
good.
I need to rewatch it because I was not big on that. And again, I think I was talking to Evan about this, but like it was so overhyped for me. Like it was a fine movie.
Yeah, I didn't
Like
really
it was
know
good,
about
but
it.
like
That's
I
why-
saw it when like Luke, you never saw it, but I remember we talked about it because it was right during the pandemic when like everything was just going straight to DVD and Blu-ray.
Yeah.
And it was one of those ones where it's like people were like not stopping like talking about it.
Really?
It was like, yeah, people were like, oh, this is like so great. This is the next Hereditary, people were calling it. And then I sat down and watched it and I was just like, it was good, but it wasn't like mind-blowing. So
Yeah, I mean, I didn't go into it with the hype. I just saw like someone
Oh,
at
it was
work asked
very
me about
hype.
it, and I like there's a guy at work who will like ask me to watch horror movies to like screen them for him basically to find out if they're worth watching. So he was like
review this.
he had Shudder and he was like, "Oh, watch this one." I was like, "All right, sure." I had heard about it, but I really liked talking overhyped. The Dark and the Wicked just didn't do it for me. Oh, I love The Dark and the Wicked. And that, I mean, that's also the first movie I ever reviewed on my channel, so a bit of a soft spot for it. But
I've not seen Dark and the Wicked. Luke, have you
I-
seen that?
fucking
No,
love that movie.
I haven't, but I think we should review it and just totally trash it now that Evan likes it.
It's Brian Bertino, the same guy that did The Strangers.
Oh, okay.
It was shot on his childhood farm. It was one of those movies that like I remember just throwing it on because I liked the title and I liked the poster when I saw it on Shudder. I think my dad, my brother, and I all watched it together, and we were just like,
Is that a
"Holy shit!"
Shutter original.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, it's one of their
Dark and-
like early ones, I think.
Dark and the Wicked for me, I think I was like really high for me, but it wasn't like I wasn't like blown away. Like it didn't push me over the top.
Mm.
Like there's undoubtedly some great things in it. And I think one of the things that I just get annoyed with is when people cut their fingers off in movies.
right.
And we'd already seen it in Colorado Space. And we saw that-
It's like the first 15 minutes. You'll be fine.
And we also see it in that, what's her name? The one that was in the Friday the 13th as the teacher in the first movie. Or no, not
Oh.
Friday the 13th. Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah. What's her name? Oh
Heather
my god.
Lane Camp. Heather Lane
No.
Camp.
No,
Lin
he
Shaye?
knows who I'm talking about. She's been a comedic actor as well as a horror.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
icon.
talking about the Insidious.
Yes.
I just said her name 3 times. Lin
Oh,
Shaye.
Lin Shaye.
Oh.
No, I swear to God, we didn't hear that.
Holy shit.
Evan did not say anything.
I've been sitting here saying her name over and over again.
Chat, did he say Lin Shaye 3
I
times?
fucking did. I swear to God.
Well,
If you
that's
would
gotta
have,
be.
she would have
If you say her
appeared,
name
so.
3 times, she appears. And
Oh, Evan, no.
Dude, Luke, it's like that's crazy.
Evan, can you watch Night Train to Terror and screen it for me?
Fuck is
Dude, Night
that?
Train to Terror is fun.
Now that you told us that, we're gonna have to run everything by you. You gotta have a busy schedule, okay?
Well, if I'm about to have more free time, I suppose I might as well fill it with something.
Cynthia says Dark and Wicked.
Yeah.
Is it Night Train to Terror the one where they have the god and the devil like telling stories about
Probably
like
Dark
Peeked at the
Wicked,
sink
peeked
finger
at
scene.
the scene.
Really?
Everyone else was kind of meh.
Shit, man. Wow. I mean, I can't get into it without like spoiling shit, obviously, but there were so many more scenes in that movie that I thought were super impactful. Some of it,
Oh
there's
no, Artie, Jesus, that
There's-
sucks.
that's rough. There's one scene in Dark and the Wicked. I won't say what it is, but Alex, it's the scene in the trailer, not
Yeah.
the movie trailer, but the RV,
yeah,
where I remember watching that and being like, "Oh, that's
your
what
money
my
is
nightmares are
simple,
like."
so
Like I literally was like, I've had nightmares of this exact image with this exact vibe. There was a lot of that movie where it felt like I was watching manifestations of like horrifying dreams I've had, which is probably part of why it worked so well. Like that scene in particular, I remember feeling that. And then the ending, I remember.
I remember
just-
thinking Dark and the Wicked. I was like, a lot of people were saying it was one of their favorites, and I don't know what it was, but it just left. It didn't. It's not that it didn't answer anything. It just kind of was like obligatory for obligatority's sake.
Yeah, sure.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like
It's not perfect. I don't
I
think
don't
it's
need
perfect.
answers. Like, but there's sometimes when you're just doing things that don't really, I don't know, make sense. I guess.
Mm.
But then I watched When Evil Lurks and Terrified, and I'm like, okay. But that
No,
that
that's
actually
fair,
kind of-
Mr. Moon.
Yeah. No, I can respect that for sure.
I think you liked the tweet where I said something like, "It's a good movie, just not for me."
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, I'm always down to check it out. Right now, I have to watch Terrified and The Dark and the Wicked. So,
I would love to
Those
do
are
a
my
video
two
with
big,
you on Dark and the Wicked.
yeah,
Wait, you've
no,
never
we
seen
can make
Terrified?
something. Remember, I hadn't watched it. I was going to watch it this past Halloween, but I ran out of time. So
I
I'm
haven't
going
seen
to.
Terrified either.
That's gonna be a good one for you.
Yeah.
I know. I'm looking forward to it. Especially, I mean, if it's you said that you like that better than When Evil Lurks, right?
Just by a little bit. I mean, they're both really astonishing feats of cinema and scares. Like, but I think the first one is more of within my vein of stuff. It reminds me of like a poltergeist,
Cool.
Fuck
Yeah, I want to
Fuck
check it
yeah.
out.
like his version of a poltergeist. By the way, it's really different.
Obligatory or obsolete
Oh, I think he meant
Obtuse.
obtuse. It's fine.
or obtuse? My bad.
Yeah. Sure, let's fan out. Yeah, Cynthia, you and I can do a video together on Dark
Terrified
and the
was
Wicked
good.
and just fan out. It'll be great.
No, we could definitely. I mean, I would love
I'd
to.
love to do that.
There's some stuff we got to do that. I definitely want to talk Lake Mungo with you, Evan. Alex,
May
you got
I-
a couple that
May
we
I
want to-
announce? May I announce? I wrote the first 1,000 words for my Lake Mungo video script. So I have started tackling one of the things that I've been fucking scared to try and make. And yesterday, 2 days ago, I wrote the first 1,000 words of that script. So it's happening. I just don't know when.
Yeah, the definitely. I mean, that was my favorite horror film of last year. So that was definitely.
I wish I
I'm
liked
right
it
there with
more
you.
than I did.
I may
Yeah,
have overhyped it for you.
Already, I've reviewed that on the podcast. That's how I know.
I enjoyed it. Like, I liked When Evil Lurks a lot. I just had a hard time looking past how consistently poor the decision making was. It just felt contrived to me. But I don't know. I mean, it's very good. Like, there's no question. It was a great movie, and it was super impactful.
I'm gonna have to try writing something sometime. See what I can do.
Lake Mungo script.
Seems to be
yeah, well,
working for you.
I just mean like I script all my videos is what I mean. So
No, I know, but I mean that's what
I was responding to Cynthia.
right. But I mean what you were meaning.
Okay,
He
I
means
see.
what you were meaning. He
Yeah.
means what you were saying.
You
He
said
says-
you had written 1,000 words for your script for
Yes.
the
Said
Mungo
meanings
movie,
and
and I
yes.
said I need to
Word.
write that.
Sure.
Try to do
Words.
something like you.
Yeah, Cynthia, I just meant
You
that I
guys make
script all my
videos.
videos out. Yeah.
I wing them. That's why I'm not good.
I have a target. My target for my scripts, it was 3,000 words, and now it's up to 4,000 words, which is a length where I feel like I'm getting out everything that I need to. And if a video is longer than 20 minutes, it means that I've gone above 4,000 words. Because
This guy's got it down to a science.
It gets me right around 19, 20
I just sit in
minutes.
front of a camera with Luke and we make fart sounds until we figure out what we want to do.
That's what I do.
Makes sense.
I just
That's
eat sandwiches on mine.
I just keep making peanut butter.
If I don't
sand-
script, dude, it's just not going to work. I'm too tangential.
No,
It's
for the way
not
your
gonna happen.
videos are, yeah, I get
No,
it.
it's
It's kind of
perfect.
necessary.
The Lake Mungo thing, I'm gonna I have so many ideas. Like, I'm not even gonna shoot it there. Like, I have some thoughts of what I want to do with it.
You gonna shoot it by a lake?
No, I'd be too scared.
Oh,
He will, Cynthia. He's definitely getting there. You're making
It's
a
gonna wait
Lake
till
Mungo
November.
fanfiction.
I'm making an erotic Lake Mungo fan fiction. That would be so fucked up.
Yeah, you
Oh,
really
Jesus.
hone into that one segment of the movie. That's
Oh
good.
no, no, Dylan.
Hey, I'm just saying, brother. I'm
Man.
just saying.
Hey, what are we supposed to be doing now? Like,
We're
Well,
so
there
off
was
topic.
there was one more bullet point, and it's and then we'll move on to like some trailers and
oh,
whatnot.
we're still talking.
but we
Blair
were
Witch?
supposed to do something. I
Holy
just don't
shit.
remember. You said we'll finish this last topic on Blair Witch, and then
Oh, we were gonna go
and then
over our movies that we've been watching.
Oh, okay, that's what. It
Yeah,
was.
we can do
Utopia.
that. I mean,
And
really,
what
I think
else?
we've said all we were going to
Zootopia.
say on the Blair Witch stuff anyway. I think we're all kind
Right.
of on the same page there. I still think there's a lot, but it is tough to kind of do in this kind of a format. But
Yeah.
the last point they do is one that I think is admirable, and I do like the idea of it, especially after their notes where they just called themselves the unutilized secret weapon. But it's the Blair Witch grant, a $60K grant, the budget of our original movie, paid out yearly by Lionsgate to unknown / aspiring genre filmmakers to assist in making their first feature film. This is a grant and not a development fund. Hence, Lionsgate will
Where'd he
not
go?
own any of the underlying rights to the project.
Where did
had
Alex
enough of
go?
Blair Witch stuff. You said.
What the fuck? Oh, his shit must have went down, or I kicked him out.
Alex.
All right. Anyway, now we can talk about the witch.
You've never
So
seen Mungo? Yeah, it is expensive. Now we can talk about the witch. Let's go. Yeah, the Blu-rays are expensive, and I bought two
What'd
of
you
them.
do?
Where'd you go,
I
man?
didn't do shit.
what'd you do?
What?
Why'd you kick me?
The Blair Witch
It's
got
that
you.
you've been kicked by the
The
host.
Blair Witch got you.
Kidding.
Yeah. The Blu-rays are fucking hell
'Cause they're from
expensive
Second
for
Sight.
Blair Witch, yeah.
I bought
For,
the
Lake
regular
Mungo.
Second Sight Lake Mungo, and I had that Blu-ray. And I still have it, but I was like, I really, really want this, like the limited edition version of their release, because that movie and the people who made it are so elusive that I wanted to have the little book with the essays. So I found a sealed copy of it on eBay and paid an ungodly amount of money because I was like, this is one of the few releases that I fucking need to get, and I was
Wait,
happy
what is
I
this
did it.
for?
For Lake Mungo, because it
Oh.
had, because like it's so hard to find the people who made the movie who
There
were
you go,
involved
right.
with it, and that has like a book with
Oh.
essays from people who were like there. So
Well,
So actually, Lake Mungo is available on YouTube for free.
is
You
it?
can, yeah, someone just uploaded it and it's never been taken down. That's how
Wow.
I watched it. You can just
Wow.
watch it on YouTube.
Wow.
So if you just type in Lake Mungo full movie, it's right there.
is it?
No, I don't want to
streaming?
overhype it for people. This like I have to be
Yeah,
really
it's-
careful when I talk
I
about
think
Lake
it's on
Mungo.
Tubi also.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was like almost.
Yeah,
everywhere.
like that's how I watched it like
I haven't seen it yet. So
a couple months ago.
I have to be really careful when I talk about it because I get so excited and over enthusiastic about it. But it's like it's a very, very specific kind of scary. And like I've shown it to a ton of people. And the only other person who's had the same like visceral reaction to it that I have was my brother. So that probably says something. So
Well,
like
I'm gonna
I just
go
want
watch
to be
it, and I'm expecting perfection.
God damn it.
Okay, you set the bar.
All right. All right. No, but like I do want to be clear, like don't go out expecting that like it's going to blow you away like it did for me because it seems to be a very specific
Is it
niche.
divisive then?
It is
Or-
divisive, yeah. I
I've
mean,
only heard positive things, but my
Well,
circle's
so-
small with you fellas, and that's
there
it.
are there are like a couple things where like there's people who like it but don't find it scary. There's people who think it's an utterly boring, overrated piece of shit. And then there's people like my brother and I who found it to be the most terrifying film experience they've ever had. So-
Luke, I think that you will enjoy the movie. I think that you'll think it's really deep, and the characters are really well
It's
done.
beautiful.
But I think that it's one of those things where when you first finish it, I think you're going to think it was overhyped. But as it sits with you and the story sits with you, it's really grown on me.
That's the other thing. Like, it's just fascinating, like narratively, because I've seen it like probably 7 times, and each time I watch it, like the story is so engrossing, even when I'm not getting scared by it.
Is
it's
Art the
just-
Clown in it, or
Yeah,
okay, perfect.
yeah. He
I
shows
only
up
need
once or
Art the
twice.
Clown and Jeff Goldblum in my horror movies.
Yeah.
That's it.
Dear Zachary is the scariest movie. Is that documentary?
Listen to one of these comments that I just got on my, and I can't wait till they eat their words, by the way, and they see the movie. The coffee table. I've been getting a couple of these.
Yeah.
Oh, another YouTuber just hyping up stuff for no fucking reason. And it's like,
Uh-oh.
this
But
one
you
said,
are.
this one was a little nicer, and it was like YouTube reviewers always overhyping. And I said new reviewers who randomly stop by who don't know me, assuming I lie. Typical.
It's weird, man.
That's so rude.
Well, you
Like,
are
Jesus.
overhyping it.
It's
The movie
wild.
is-
I was
It's
not
wild.
overhyping it. Everybody that's seen it has come back and said, "Holy shit, you were 100% right."
Really? Yeah, because I'm going to tell you, it was mid as fuck. All right,
You
I finished
may
it.
not like it for a multitude of different reasons, but I liked it because
I'm gonna
of
check it out.
why I liked it. I can't be wrong. I'm always right because
I'm
of
always
my
right. Fuck you.
The movie
check it
is
out.
for whatever it is for you. The movie is for whatever I say it is for me.
I've been getting some brutal. I mean, there's one troll. There's one guy in particular who has really latched onto my channel. Already witnessed him firsthand the other day on stream.
Oh, it was
Um,
in stream?
So this guy,
Pretty ballsy.
he found my videos back when I was doing the Exorcist franchise, and he was very angry at me because I said it's a hot take. I said that Exorcist 2 is not a good movie and that Exorcist 3 is a good movie, and he
How
was
dare you.
fucking furious.
How
He was
dare
waiting
you
for that
agree with
stream.
98%?
Wait,
He was leaving novels about how much of an idiot I was. I know nothing about film. And then he came back in the Omen videos and was like, how dare you talk shit about Omen 4? This movie's fucking great. You have no... So he, again, losing his goddamn mind, and then came on stream and was just being a total dick for no reason. But I just like, and what was crazy too. So I actually, at one point, I was like, because he was starting to get really aggressive, not just towards me, but like being rude to other people on the channel. I was like, all right, if you leave another one of these, I'm just like, you're banned from the channel, which I've never had to do. But it was
I've
getting
had
to the
to.
point where it's like, you're being so rude to other people in here aside from just me that I can't have that. So I blocked him from the channel. And then he was in the live, and I was like, oh, that's weird. So I banned him again, and then he comes back with an alt. So he's making alt accounts
Oh, man.
to now come in,
He's
What a
really
winner.
happy,
which it was
Right.
like this. It just made me sad.
it was all probably premeditated, and he had all these accounts ready to go.
Yeah.
He's like,
What was really funny was they were all the same name too, just a different color profile picture.
put a
I
winky
had
face.
I had a review where somebody was really mad. There was 2 people I've had that are really mad. One was a writer
I will be
for
right
movies
back.
of
Okay.
it was he was a writer for the books of like I'm not like, I never have ever said that I was like, some historian or some shit like that, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
if I say something that I don't know, I typically say I'm not sure or something along those lines, because I don't need to feel right. This isn't about me. I just like sharing what I like with people, and I want people to find stuff they've never seen.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about me being popular or whatever the fuck it is you think I'm doing to jerk myself off in a mirror. But he was mad about like me saying how to say what is the slasher in the old slashers, giallos.
Giallo.
I was still learning how to say giallo because I've said it wrong for so long.
Right.
And I was in the middle phase where I was kind of going back and forth. And he said it's giallo. It's pronounced giallo, you piece of shit. Da, 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 da. And I was like, God damn.
I mean, he's totally right. I almost like stop being your friend because of it.
But we talked, and I was trying to be nice. I tried to kill him with kindness for a little bit, and then I was just like, this is probably the worst way to sell your book. By the way, I just want you to know.
Yeah.
I would have been interested if you wouldn't have been a dickhead about it. So and then he removed all of his comments after that.
I mean, that works.
Oh, I was looking for a link to Lake Mungo, and I totally missed that someone brought up Dear Zachary. Have you guys seen that?
Is that the
No.
documentary?
Yes, I'm
That
sorry
shit
to
is
derail
so
the
sad.
conversation, but I completely missed that, and I was like, oh shit, I never get to talk about this. But yeah,
Zachary?
Dear
It's
Zach,
depressing as
it's
fuck.
sad as fuck. It's very upset.
I don't know. If
I have, you know what? I don't remember
It's been
anything
on
about it.
Netflix
I haven't
for, like,
seen it in
20
years. I
years.
just remember how I felt watching it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, watch the coffee table first, and then you'll.
I would venture from what I've seen of the coffee table, even though that was what it was. This is sadder. This is worse.
Really?
It's much darker because
Well, Dear Zachary was real.
Yeah, and it's also real. So yeah, it's
We're just
it's
talking
much
about a
worse.
depressing documentary.
I don't know if
Yeah.
I want to watch that. Yeah.
yeah. It's
Life's
not
pretty
for
depressing.
everybody. It's
Honestly.
the only reason I even watched it was because I saw it in high school because it kept popping up on people's lists of this is the most intense, most upsetting movie,
yeah.
movies that people can't finish. When I'm going through that phase. Canadians are monsters.
They do make some really good films about horror.
And I watched.
I've noticed a lot of
My
really
Coffee
good indie
Table.
films.
It just stands.
It just
there.
stands there.
God damn it already. But shit. What was I gonna say? There was I forget.
You haven't looked
what
at
I
it
was
right,
gonna-
Artie. Sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say we the
Sounds
only
like me trying to tell you about
last-
the witch.
comment that I got that was pretty wild was on our Abigail review. It was just I'm sick of the endless stream of women-led films. There's a reason people are not interested in women's soccer.
Bro,
I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you
I've seen so
what's
many
that
of those.
comparison?
I got one of those on the first Omen. It's like all this woke bullshit. It's like, how do you what? Where is the woke shit in the first Omen? What the fuck are you talking about?
Dude,
They're
I
like-
thought people.
They're like all
Jesus,
these
that's
movies with these
insensitive.
feminist themes. It's like, what?
Jesus Christ. Did they
Yeah, you should
panic when
watch
they watch
Immaculate.
Alien or something?
Where are you pulling this shit from?
Which Evan, I've been staying away from it, but we had to delay our video. But we did. Luke and I both finished Immaculate.
I was wondering about.
Oh, what did you
Yeah.
think?
Oh yeah, very good. Very
It's good, eh? Yeah, I like it a
Enjoyed
lot.
There's some reasons that I like it more.
Okay.
But I want to. I there's spoilery, so I don't. And I
Sure.
did you finish it, Alex?
I don't know if I'm going to do a review on it, but I might do a spoiler with you.
You want to?
Have you finished it though? Like, have you seen the whole thing?
Yeah, I got to watch it yet. I have 3 movies I got to do.
Okay.
So I've got to do The Infested tonight, and I also have to watch Cat and the Canary. It's like a Blu-ray release, and then I got The Black Mask with Jet Li coming out on
Okay.
Blu-ray. So I got to do those.
Yeah, because I'd be down. We can, because there's really no time limit on it. We've missed
I
the
would do
boat.
that.
See, that
What
makes
we're-
more sense for me. You know what I mean? Like that one in particular, and my schedule depending.
Yeah.
Friday we have to record for
the
the
thingy.
coffee table if you're down.
I'm 100%
Like
down.
because it's going to be a pretty deep, dark, probably masturbatorial.
I'm fine with it. I'm
Friday,
okay.
I'll be
Like, don't get me
busy.
wrong. Like I'm so intrigued. Like I know that I was very vague last night because I went to bed shortly after, but I'm so extremely intrigued, and I am going to finish the movie. It was just like I said, in the moment of just being exhausted and then having Infested, which for some reason just got so under my skin,
Mm.
and like I haven't felt that way about a movie in a while. To have that and then just be like, man,
Do you know what time on Friday you guys are doing this?
I have no idea, and I don't know
Okay.
how many people are going to be there. I got to find
Okay,
out.
because I'm recording with Cody Leach on Friday, so
Oh well, don't worry
Um,
about it, dude.
yeah. So I don't I don't know.
we
if I'll
can
be
just
able
talk
to.
about it sometime. You know, like
Yeah.
it's fine.
either
It's-
way,
he invited so many people. I don't know how many I'm even gonna have fucking room for. So
Okay.
I don't know. You know, like I want to definitely have everybody involved, but I don't know how much.
Sure. Yeah, I probably won't be able to anyway, but that's fine. We can still chat about it.
What is it?
Yeah.
What are we talking
Just
about?
coffee table. I was saying I probably can't join Friday.
Because Alex wants to talk Immaculate with us.
Yeah, I might do that with you guys.
That would be fun. I
in
would
lieu
do
of
that.
the other one that I missed, by the way, because I know I was supposed to do Abigail with you, but it was poor timing.
That's all good. The other piece to that was going to be because you haven't seen the first Omen though. Because we were going to do we were going to do some comparisons.
I'm going to watch that soon though, within the next week.
They're kind of like hilariously similar in a lot of ways.
They are, but like the things that there were things that I complained about with the first Omen that I liked that Immaculate did. So
okay, cool.
It's we can't say it without spoilers. So and I don't want to spoil it for people because I know it's not completely out yet. But there's a couple
I want
of
to
good moments in
reenact Immaculate. Right?
Do you?
Do you really? Omen woke, and then also Damien is now a girl boss.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's basically Omen 4. And then
Allowing them to
women-led
vote,
movies
I
are
know, right?
destroying my childhood, to be honest.
Allowing
See,
them
that
to
was
give
the
birth?
thing. And Luke, I told him about the women's soccer comment that we got on our Abigail review.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I was
Total
telling him
agreement.
about that. I was like I don't know why of all genres.
It's so weird.
Like you say that about a horror film. It's like, dude, like literally the final girl. It's like that is like a pivotal, like that is in the DNA of horror.
I remember I was talking to someone recently who was like, I don't like horror movies because they're too like misogynistic. I'm like, chicks are always the ones that kill the bad guys at the end.
They always get away.
Like,
they always win. Like not all of them.
now, is it
like,
perfect? Sure. No, it's not perfect.
They're all
like,
talking about Last House on the Left.
Oh yeah, that one's pretty rough for a lot of people to watch. Same thing with what's that one? The serial killer one.
SA revenge films are not really my bag. I don't really care
shoots
for them.
people.
Is it
Nail Gun Massacre?
No. It's the guy from The Walking Dead that got his arm chopped off in the very beginning.
Oh, Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer?
Yes, that one Christina says she will never watch because
I haven't seen that in a long
how terrible
time.
it is.
Luke had me watch that a long time ago. We were going to do a podcast on it.
It's fucked.
Yeah, that one's one that's rough for people.
Good old Hank.
Yeah.
I tell you, he's a wild boy.
Very good movie, but yeah, it is rough. It's kind of like
Christmas movie though, Irreversible.
Irreversible.
I thought you were saying Henry was a Christmas movie.
I was confused too by that, but then I got what he's going for.
You know what are two movies that I saw?
Irreversible again. It's not one that I will revisit. It's
two movies I saw on Christmas
movie.
morning that I know are inseparable from being Christmas movies to me are Monty Python's The Meaning of Life and The Departed.
Dude, The Departed, I watched like every St. Patrick's Day. That and Leprechaun.
My dad bought me. Okay, you guys have all seen The Departed, right?
Yeah, so it's been a long time. So
I'm going to spoil something from The Departed here. My dad bought me a DVD of The Departed for Christmas.
No.
And then later that day, he knew I hadn't seen it. He goes, "Man, just you wait. When you see Jack Nicholson get shot at the end, it's so crazy." I'm like, "Bro, what? You just bought this for me. What are you doing?"
I mean, granted, that's not the biggest twist.
He was the worst with spoiling shit, though. Like, jeez. I remember he spoiled Game of Thrones for my brother, too. Like, came in, he was like, "Oh, I thought this guy was dead already." Like, a second before the guy was going to die. Did it constantly, but then wouldn't acknowledge that it was, like, a problem. We would be like, "Bro, come on now." And he was like, "What? You're watching it. It's not going to..." Like,
just fucking with you.
He wanted to see the reaction.
Room
just he's like, "I want to break the news."
No, he got annoyed that we were
exactly, Cynthia.
Yeah, I Spit on Your Grave is also a rough one. That's
that I haven't seen.
Did you guys like the remakes of I Spit on Your Grave and the Last House on the Left?
I have only
like
seen
both
the
of
I
them.
Spit on Your Grave remake.
I just got asked to do a video on Martyrs, which I have never seen before.
Yeah, Martyrs is
and I am very excited.
That's a fun one. That's an interesting movie.
So I've heard.
Do not watch the remake.
No, I'm not. I got asked to like review the original movie, so I'm gonna
just don't watch the remake. It's terrible.
I'm gonna get that up there.
It's I put like Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. To answer Cynthia's thing here is like I put that on the same level as kind of like a House that Jack built in the sense where it's like it's rough, it's hard to get through, but like I liked it enough. Like I like the writing and the presentation enough that I'm like I could watch it again. I just have to kind of give myself long frames of separation between watches.
The house that Jack built had me cracking up when he was doing that OCD moment at the house.
Oh my gosh, that's perfect.
That's
I
like,
was
it's
laughing
It's
so
a black
hard, I couldn't
comedy
help
in a
it,
lot
dude.
of ways, dude. It's a dark comedy for sure.
When
Do you know
he
how many
gets to
movies
his
I need to catch up
location
on?
finally
You
after
need
going
to
back
see
a
this
million
one,
times,
too.
I was
This
laughing so hard.
I have a lot of blind spots.
When
Dude.
he's dragging
Yes,
the body in his
that's
brain.
what I'm talking about.
See, that's the thing. Like that movie, and not to spoil it for Evan, but that movie will go from like the hunting scene to something like that, and it's like Jesus, it's such a roller coaster.
You'll appreciate it because of the literary work that it kind of mimics.
Cool.
But also, I will say the ending of that movie is bullshit. The last 20 minutes of that
Kinda,
movie
yeah.
is garbage.
That's the
And
only part I
also-
like.
That's the only
I like
part I
it
like.
real abstract.
After the thing happens with the house, I'm like, fuck this movie. I'm turning it off.
It's always a shame when you're really into something and then like the end, like there was a
It
Netflix
doesn't
movie.
ruin the
mimicking it.
movie at all,
Yeah.
but like it's just one of those things where it's like, why are we doing? It's kind of
It
feels
was-
like the movie ends, and then instead of
Yeah.
credits, we get like 20 minutes of something else.
Right.
I
It's
like
so
the
tonally
meaning
different.
of it.
There's
I
like,
get.
Okay, I was
Yeah.
gonna say, you know why they did that, right? Like the literary work I just referenced. Is
Yes,
why.
I'll
I
have to see it.
understand what they're doing.
Did
And,
you guys
like,
see I'm
Luke and I
thinking
have
of
debated
ending
it 100
things?
times.
Yes.
Mhm.
That was one of those ones where I was like super into it, and then the last like 10 minutes I was like, what the fuck?
Hey, Bearded Entertainment's in here. What's going on, man? I met this gentleman over the weekend when we
nice.
were hanging out with
Working on the
our
film.
buddy Jake.
Jake was posting about Bearded Entertainment, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
What's up,
this
man?
man.
Welcome.
Give him a sub if you guys can. This guy's
Fuck yeah, I'll
awesome.
subscribe to him right now.
Super cool dude, and he also makes Jason masks, like homemade. I got
No
the
way.
Oh,
old one. They're
nice.
high quality as fuck, and he promised he's making me a part 6 one, and I just have to pay for shipping.
I have a
So
ton of
I-
respect for people who make those movie props.
Yeah.
I have a like 100% accurate Nightmare on Elm Street 4 glove, which is sitting in all of my videos. But I got it at like there's this local brewery that does like movie showings. They played like horror movies in the back lot on a projector, which was fucking sick. And they were doing Texas Chainsaw Massacre one night. They were giving away prizes, and one of them was this Freddy glove. My brother won it and then gave it to me for my 21st birthday.
That's awesome.
That's so cool. I need to get one eventually because I don't know if you saw, I've showed you guys this before, but I got the, I think Evan, or Dylan has them, but I got the Freddy's Dead glasses.
Fuck yeah.
I know a lot of people hate this movie, but it was like my first 3D
Sure.
movie, so it's like really special to me.
No, that's fucking cool.
And my
I
dad
like
took
stuff
me,
like that.
so, and my dad's still alive, so. Just kidding.
What?
He is.
Okay,
He
wow.
is. He
All right.
is. I'm just saying. It just
Anyway,
sounded like I was saying, like,
Anyway,
What the fuck, man?
I remember getting the extended editions of Lord of the Rings for Christmas and rewatching the whole trilogy extended each Christmas. That's a wonderful tradition, Artie, and I respect the hell out of that because I also get a hankering to rewatch the extended edition of the Lord of the Rings whenever we
That is
can.
one of the most insane.
Just messing, of course. Haha.
Of
Martyrs
course.
is
I
disturbing,
have a
yes.
pretty dark sense of humor, dude.
No, it's good. I do
Or
too.
Man Bites Dog, can't finish it. I admire. Yeah, that's one that I have not seen, Cynthia, but I've heard some rough things. I'm just avoiding all of this. You guys have your fun time over there. Luke, it was like zoned out. I don't even think he knows what happened.
I missed
Oh.
it. Sorry.
He's
Replay. Replay.
Replay.
I was just saying
Melancholia
that
is good.
I made it seem like this special occasion. Like I went to see Freddy's Dead, and I
Okay,
went to
don't
see it with my dad, and it kind of makes you
re-explain it.
think like, oh, he went with his dead dad. So I was like, yeah, and he's still alive. So
My
you
dad's still alive. Weird flex, but all right, I respect it. God damn. What are you talking about, boys?
know.
We're gonna start talking about.
We're talking about my dead father.
No, we're gonna talk about trailers now. That's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
What a segue.
And kicking things off with the Trapped trailer. Or
I'll
it's
mute
a
myself
trap.
for a second.
It's a trap, you know. What the fuck, Alex? Why did you do that? He muted himself too. These guys are just—they're laughing their.
We're off the
asses
rails here.
I know. So there. But no, to catch up on some of these while they're having their moment. Yeah, Man Bites Dog. Have not seen it. I hear it's rough as fuck. I do want to check it out at some point. And then who here has watched Vi? 1967 film, Soviet
I
horror
own it.
film.
I've never seen it.
I haven't seen it either. I'm interested though. It's 1967 Soviet horror. That sounds like cool. Oh my Jesus Christ! What have we done now? Oh snap! Haven't seen the trailer yet. I've been waiting. Honestly, don't know why. This one's I do have to say, guys, this one's a little twisted because I had for YouTube monetization censors. I had to do some doctoring to it, so we're gonna watch this version of it. What are you doing?
This.
Oh, all the Hans BRs. I want to get that.
Yeah,
That's
I
fucking
think
awesome.
you would really appreciate it. Actually,
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
trying to get
it's on my list.
more acclimated with folk
Long
horror.
Pigs is good.
Yeah,
Long-
I just
we lost Evan.
I want to get it. Yeah, you did for a minute there. I'm clipping that, by the way.
Jesus. Okay, you guys have fun with that one.
Thank you. Yeah, all the Hans VRs is one of those ones that like I keep wanting to buy, but it's like it's not cheap and you have to import
Dude, it's
it.
20 films for like $300. So yeah, I totally get it.
Yeah, and I want to, especially now that I've been, my employment situation has changed up slightly. I'm trying to be a little more cautious.
Just so you know, you can actually watch most of them for you guys out there who want to see this.
They're on
It's all on Shudder, I believe.
Yeah, I do. I want the set though. The set's so nice.
Right. Yeah, it's
Like,
very
that's-
beautiful.
Yeah.
Someone bought this for me as a gift, so this is like it's got Vi on it, and I think they just
Yeah.
put it out on 4K from TerraVision. Just put Vi out. But it's got Eyes of Fire, Leptirica, Witch Hammer, Vi, Lake of the Dead, Tilbury, The Dreaming, Kadaika,
What's in the box?
Celia, Allison's Birthday, Wilsheka, Locus, a manuscript of the Professor Wittenbach, and Clear Cut, Il Demonio, Dark Waters, which is a really good one, which is really weird. Field in England.
Eyes
which
of
I really
Fire
liked.
must be on there, right?
Yeah, it's on there. I said that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Eyes of Fire is the first one, actually.
Oh, I'm
Anchoress,
tuned out.
Pendas,
Wait.
Fen, and Robin Redbreast.
These are all like different filmmakers, aren't they?
Yeah. Yes, it's folk
Is it just
horror.
It's just like a folk
collective?
horror compendium,
Oh,
basically.
okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, I thought this was like someone's work, but then you mentioned
No, it's a
Dark
Severin
Waters and
release,
then
right?
Field in England. I'm like, wait a second, what do you mean?
I've been eyeing it for a long time.
Yeah, it is Severin. Yeah.
Severin, that's what I thought. Yeah. I'm gonna have to get it eventually.
V. Okay, V. Well, my bad.
All right,
My
we're gonna
bad.
check this trailer out real quick. This is for Trap, the new M. Night movie, and I'm interested. One of the big things that I got to say that interests me the most is I do fancy me some Josh Hartnett, and I am excited to see him in a leading role again. He's been getting back into movies.
I've
and
just
I
been
kind of
watching
appreciate
Penny
it.
Dreadful.
Yeah, he's really good in that. I've only
Yeah.
seen the first season of that, but I liked what I saw. But how are we feeling about this? Are you guys obviously should have watched the trailer if you did your homework. How are we feeling about it? Evan, we'll start with you.
I don't think I watched it.
Okay.
He
Alex,
never
we'll start
does.
with you.
I'm sorry.
We'll circle back. Evan.
I think you shouldn't watch the trailer.
Okay.
I think it's one of those. That's what I think, and I think it's upsetting a little bit that they show too much. But
And
it is an M. Night Shyamalan film, so I'm sure there's more than one twist. But I just I don't know. I feel like it would have been more impactful had I not seen the initial twist. Even though that's the hook, it's the bait, so to speak, literally.
Luke, how are you feeling about Trap?
I wasn't feeling it. Not yet anyway. It's just like looking at things like old I had problems with. Knock at the Cabin I liked more than a lot of the other stuff that he's produced lately, but it kind of had this more of an intimate feeling to it. And I don't know what this is going to look like. It does open up maybe for some intimate settings, but we're at a giant concert. So for me, it just seemed like a lot going on. And like how Alex said, I'm assuming there's going to be more to the story because it seems like they're really throwing a lot on the table here. The only, going M. Night Shyamalan, who the hell knows what he's going to do? But like, I feel like it's kind of, he's not the killer, or there's an additional killer. I went with, I don't know how old his daughter is, but I don't know if that's like a thing where it's like their hook is like she's not even that young and she's a killer and he's covering for her. I don't know what the hell he's going to produce here, but it's like, I don't think that's just it, where Josh Hartnett's the killer. I think maybe there's going to be something more to it, where especially M. Night Shyamalan, I felt it in Old, where it was like one twist. That movie went on for way longer than it should have.
Right.
One twist after
Good
another
point,
twist
yeah.
after, and I was like, so like this one, I feel like it's going to be that kind of so much going on. And also, why the hell does the concession worker know so much about what's going on? I was
that
just
was
curious.
my one complaint of the trailer, honestly. I was like, because I like the concept, I think is what's selling me the most on this. Because I think it is intriguing. Especially, I just like the idea of Josh Hartnett being a serial killer. Like, it seems like a
He's
really
already dead.
unique role. Yeah, I've seen a couple of these, are pretty good. But yeah, Oz thinks he's already dead. Yeah, I also would say that I think he's good looking for his age, but he's one of those things where it's like I'm just really, really intrigued by this concept. And I agree with you that I don't think they're showing everything. Because if they are, what a disappointment. Like, why would you ever do that? Like, that just feels like there's no reason to see the movie. So I'm curious to see what more is going to happen.
Don't you think they could have like made it so it looked like he lost his daughter and he's
then
like
I feel
running
like
around
that would
the
have been
theater?
just like any other thriller. Like,
Fair,
they're
but
always
it's
looking
M.
for
Night
their daughter.
Shyamalan, so it's like,
But I think that it's almost like intrigues me more. It seems ballsy that it's like, okay, we've kind of got the twist out of there.
right.
But it's like out there already. But it's like, I'm wondering if it's like, maybe it's like a Dexter thing where he's a killer of killers in a sense. Like, that could be neat. I don't know.
I just
I'm just
wanted,
spitballing.
after this trailer, I just want a Faculty 2 where we catch up with Zeke and he looks like this now, and it's like, hey, aliens are invading again.
And then he's still selling the pens
Exactly.
with the drugs in them.
Guaranteed
Faculty's
to
a
jack
great
you
movie.
up.
Love it.
Well, it's not really the police. The god has trapped him. He's in hell.
Yeah. Evan, since you haven't watched the trailer, essentially what the big thing about it is, so as you can see in this moment right here, they're talking about apparently a serial killer that has been on the run, and supposedly he's supposed to show up at this big concert tonight, and this trailer is kind of selling you to the fact that it's Josh Hartnett. How you
Okay.
feel about that?
I mean, it's M. Night Shyamalan, so it's not Josh Hartnett.
Could be.
It's not. It's an M. Night Shyamalan movie. It's just, he's gonna do some weird shit. I haven't like really kept up with him in a while. Like, Split was the last thing from him that I really liked. So I mean, I'm not like overly confident or hyped about it, but I'll check it out at the very least.
I agree with Luke that I enjoyed Knock at the Cabin a lot.
see
I
it.
thought that was a lot better. And the thing about that movie is, and I don't know, it's been out for over a year. Can I say like kind of what the thing is? Like,
Sure, I don't care.
there is no twist. The movie is straightforward. It is literally, it is telling you like the movie. That is the twist, is that there is no twist. And I thought that was super
Such a
cool.
Shyamalan move.
Yeah, it's actually like a linear film, and I thought that was cool.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but I'm kind of curious because Rupert Grint is in it, and it's like, oh, it's kind of cool.
Yep. Let's see here. So, I wish Josh Hartnett was my daddy. Okay, we got that. Well, I can't imagine the twist would be too simple, right? Like, see, Cynthia gets it. Lost the daughter. He can always make more. Oh my God, Invincible.
Yeah, maybe he captured the killer and it's like,
oh my God, the twist is Josh Hartnett effed my mom.
Josh Hartnett captured the actual killer, and somehow he has his phone, so they think he's the killer. but you know what I
Possible.
mean, like some one of those kind of things.
Yeah.
And like he has to get out of there just so he can kill the killer or something. And I don't know, something.
My dad's in the chat. He says, I enjoy M. Night movies. Josh has to do something for the killer. The guy on his phone is Josh's friend. That could be interesting.
Interesting.
That he has to do something like a Saw situation almost. That could be cool. I kind of like that. Very good, Dad.
He blows up the building. It's a trap for all the police.
Oh. Maybe the twist of the movie is that we're all trapped inside ourselves.
Yeah.
Emotionally. We're in a glass cage of emotion. But no, I actually I gotta say I do have to give my father credit for not being one of those people that like completely hates M. Night Shyamalan, because I was able to grow up and watch all of his movies. So I actually have
Sure.
like a pretty keen respect for the guy, even though not all of his films work for me. But I
Right.
will say my dad, I will give him credit. He loved The Village long before anybody else started giving that movie credit.
I respect it.
I have loved that movie since I saw it. It's a great one. The band is the killer. There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I thought was funny too.
Apply with Josh Hartnett as the daughter.
Josh's daughter is the killer. Yeah, I think that might
It's a
actually.
Suicide Club sequel.
What if he's
There
trying to
we
protect his daughter?
go.
Who's the
There we go.
killer? That's. I mean, that makes sense. That's why I say it. You know.
It's a stealth Saw sequel, and the killer is Jiggly Saw. There we go. Josh Hartnett's grandparents. Is this what we're doing, guys? I don't hate him either.
We're just
He's
crushing
hit or
on Josh
miss.
Hartnett.
I agree, Cynthia. Very hit or miss, but I will always. It's kind of like he's one of those directors that, at this point, I don't really need to know. I don't need to see a trailer. I don't need to do what it is. So just tell me, that he's got a new movie. I mean, M. Night's got a new movie coming out. I'll go see it. I'll give it a shot at least. That's where I'm
I'll
at.
try it.
I liked Lady in the Water, and a lot of people hate that one. I thought it was his least M. Night movie.
I
Anyway,
can't speak to
Whatever, dude.
that's just we're gonna do that every stream. But yeah, let's move on
bound
to
to
the next
happen.
one. We're gonna talk about something with a little bit more energy to it.
Well, lucky for you guys, I've been sitting here watching all these trailers for the last couple minutes.
well, maybe if you
Ah.
did your homework like you're supposed.
I was at work all day, okay?
What up, Francisco? How you doing,
What's
buddy?
happening, Francisco?
Hey, Francisco. How you doing, bud?
I was
So-
also at work all day. That's why I watched them all the week leading up to it
Well,
and put them in.
Congratulations, Dylan.
That's why I'm doing all my homework like a good boy.
Huh?
Let's.
I'm not even gonna bless that with a response.
bless it. I don't need your blessing.
Guys, I'm scared.
It's getting
What are you
thick.
scared of? It's okay, Alex. It's all right. It's okay.
I don't know how to share my. What is this doing? Why is it not letting me share this?
I don't know what's going on.
I'm scared.
I have this on my legs.
Holy shit, what the fuck is going on?
You guys are supposed to carry this while I'm fixing things.
Yeah, well, we're not doing a good job. All right, so
I think we are.
All right. So the next one, I know a lot of people in here are going to be excited to talk about. I was very happy to see it, but of course, I think it's not really horror. It's not horror at all, but it's Deadpool, and I wanted to talk about it. 'Cause,
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this movie
It's-
looks fucking dope. I'm
That's
I
so
didn't
great.
watch
excited
this
for
trailer,
it.
actually.
Oh, you
didn't
didn't?
see it?
No, I don't care.
Fuck
This
you.
I did see. I did watch this. This looks awesome. I mean, I don't think I like the second one quite as much as I like the first one,
yeah.
but I'm super excited for this. I mean, I think part of the thing that bothered me with the second one was that there were just too many characters and I couldn't focus on Deadpool as much. But this is like two. It looks like it's focusing on just two characters, which I think is good. I mean, what can you say? It looks great. Like they've been really consistently good.
I think there's a lot of fun here. I really like some of the like little Easter egg elements that they put in here. I mean, obviously, I've been a Marvel fan for a while, so like I keep up with all of it. I haven't watched a lot of the more recent stuff, but you know, there's a lot of good callbacks and things in here. And honestly, it's just nice to be excited about a Marvel movie again.
I
It's like
feel like
legitimately looks good.
I'm
It's
in
the
a
future, right?
What was
It's kind of like it seems like he's going to be timeline hopping,
Yeah.
picking
Cable.
people up. Yeah, picking people up in a sense from other timelines because the I don't know if you got this.
like a multiverse. We don't
yeah,
get
I don't
enough
know
of
if
that
you-
anymore.
I don't know if you got this perspective from it, but this is not the same Wolverine from Logan. This
Yeah,
seems like
that seems like
yeah,
what's happening.
Older
yeah.
one.
It's a
Well,
different.
did you see the dead Ant-Man?
yes, that was what I was gonna say.
That's what
When
I
this
was like
scene comes
confused.
up,
I was like,
I
wait,
was
what?
like, that's fucking dope. Like that was one of those visual like Easter eggs that I was like, that is such
Yeah.
a cool idea. Like the fact that when the mask opens here, you see his skull
Yeah,
in there.
right there,
It's
yeah.
I'm like, that's fucking cool. I love that.
I was just looking at what Johnny they were saying, trying to be excited about Deadpool, but being a Marvel fan is exhausting. I feel like I'm in kind of a fun position with it because I'm not at all a superhero guy. Like I haven't kept up with these things. The last Marvel movie I saw in the theater was like Guardians of the Galaxy. But Deadpool was the one thing where like this is the only one that I've been following. So I'm very excited for this.
Yeah, I think they're good fun and like they
Sure.
seem to be keeping things within universe. And honestly, it's just like I'm looking for something that isn't gonna feel exhausting to try to keep up with. I'm looking for something that's just gonna be like, let's just have fun. Let's just
That's part of
enjoy
them
what-
now too. It's like if you haven't been watching them over the years, the amount that you have to like catch up on in order to know what the fuck is going on is so absurd. Like I watched Spider-Man Homecoming a couple years ago. I was like sick and needed something to watch. And within 5 minutes I was lost. Because it was like, oh yeah, you had to have seen this other one that was close. I was like, why? This is the first Spider-Man movie. Why do I have to see the other thing?
Mm.
So there's like this whole like list that you have to go through if you want to catch up on it, which definitely hasn't helped me in wanting to
No,
go
that's
back.
fair. Even Guardians of the Galaxy 2 has some of that in there too.
I mean, I don't even like I saw that when it first came out in the theater, and that was the last. I don't remember anything from it. I liked it. It was fun.
Yeah. I've kind of taken a backseat to a lot of that stuff too, but Deadpool I'll definitely go see.
Deadpool, I'm gonna go see.
Yeah, I mean, and
Without a doubt.
I am excited to see Hugh Jackman back again. I think like he's just one of those
Oh.
actors, and this is one of those characters. I'm just always excited to see him play.
Logan was newer than Guardians, right?
Yeah.
I saw
If you're
Logan.
talking about the first Guardians, I don't know if you were talking about Guardians 1 or 3.
I saw the second one in the theater, I think, as well.
Okay.
But Logan I saw and I really liked it.
yeah, that's
well,
I
that's
liked
what-
Logan a lot.
They combine the two kind of vibes here, I think.
hmm
Because I don't know if this is Japan, like his like
I think
In-
that's the Wolverine that they're pulling from, Alex.
that's
I'm
what
like
I was thinking of
99%
too.
sure.
Yeah.
Which is dope.
Like the one from the Wolverine, wherever
Right,
that
the one that-
timeline pops
that-
off.
where
Like
Deadline-
that's
Yeah, where Deadpool gets fucking made, but poorly.
I'm pretty sure that's this Wolverine. That's who they're pulling from. So
Right.
like I'm
Exciting.
excited to see what they do with it because I think like it's cool. And also one of the little visual cues that I remember from that movie is he gets this well, it was like a deleted scene, I think, but at the end of the extended version, he gets the suit is gifted to him by the Silver Samurai's daughter when he
Oh.
leaves. So it's like that's where he gets this suit. So it's like it would make sense
If it's right there.
canonically. Yes, even though I don't think they give a fuck about canon in this movie. I think that's the whole
I mean, it
joke.
wouldn't be beyond them because I mean, he definitely makes fun of that Deadpool in every movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I do want to point out at some point in this trailer there is a pretty neat scene. I saw this on Twitter. Here it is.
TVA. Oh yeah.
No, so I know
Whoa.
it's tough to see with all the shit we have to put over top of it. But so all these people here are actually past X-Men villains. So this
Hmm.
woman right here, I know it's really small for you guys there, but we have Lady Deathstrike, we have Toad, and then we have a couple people from X3. So it's pretty cool. And then we already saw in the last one,
That makes sense. It's future again.
yeah, we already saw in the last trailer that we're getting Pyro back. So the guy who played Pyro from the original X-Men. And people are saying this person here in the trench coat, because they're all covered up, is Caliban from Logan. So it's pretty much just looks like it's going to be an absolute gangbang of different characters all coming together. And I'm
It's
excited for it.
basically like fucking Bill and Ted's Excellent Deadpool.
There, that's
Yeah.
a perfect way to say it. I actually love that. There
Yeah,
we go.
very excited.
A Canadian and an Australian, mother of God.
Or
There
it
you
would
go.
be Deadpool. Yeah, it's Dead or Wade and what's Wolverine's real name?
Logan.
Wade and Logan's excellent Deadpool.
When Disney got the rights to Deadpool back, I hated the idea, but I'm glad to see that they're not censoring him
Yeah.
in the MCU. Yeah, they've made a very big promise.
From
and
what
it
I
looks like they're
understand, they've
keeping that.
basically just been like, "You do what you want with Deadpool. We're not touching it."
Mhm.
They're
Because
just
it
keeping
makes money.
separate.
That's all they care about.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it really looks like Deadpool's world is being pruned by the TVA, and we're here to see what the Wasteland world where all the prunes are dropped. That's cool. I also have heard rumors that I think that that's going to be the Savage Land from the comics, if you guys are familiar with that. So it's kind of like the dumping ground for like all this other crap that happens in the greater Marvel universe. Like
Okay.
there's like all kinds of stuff that gets put there, and then there's also like dinosaurs and other crazy ass shit. It's basically like Jurassic Park in the Marvel universe. It's gonna be kind of cool. So I'm excited to see that.
Sweet.
But yeah, I thought that was a fun little trailer, something to change it up for us a little bit too. Why don't we talk about The Watcher next, and then the last two trailers we don't have to worry. I'm just pulling those up on
well, those
YouTube.
were the ones I watched. I didn't watch the new trailer for The Watchers because it's almost 3 minutes long, and I don't want to spoil the movie. Like, that's way too long for a trailer. I have seen the first one and like a couple teasers that they've played in theaters, but like a 3-minute trailer is going to give away way too much.
I don't know. This one really sold me on it.
Really?
I was also I gotta say I wasn't super crazy about the last trailer, but I really liked this one. And I
Well,
don't
okay,
think it
so
gives away much
I've
at
been
all.
sold on this movie. It was on my most anticipated movies of the year list, like when I did my video for that. Just based on the description of it, it's been on my list since then. So like I don't think I've needed any trailers to win me over on it.
So do you
very
want to skip
excited
this
for
one and we could
No, we don't have to skip it.
watch it, but we could talk about it?
Yeah,
We
I
can put
don't
it on.
mind.
Like I don't care. We can do whatever.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's coming out in July, you said?
Yeah.
June, I think. June.
Or June.
I think
Oh, I'm getting confused with Deadpool. Sorry.
Well, let's pull up the audio. I want to Clockwork Orange this and make Evan
Okay.
sit here.
You're saying House of the Dragon, Elden Ring DLC, and The Watchers are all coming out in June?
Yes.
Hey, look, that guy. It's his movie. Just kidding.
All right. So yeah, this is obviously we've talked about M. Night. Now we get to talk about his daughter here with her directorial debut. I'm excited for this. You know, I'm looking forward to this. I really think that it's nice to see some fresh blood out of the M. Night camp that might be a little bit more
Inspired?
Inspired. Yeah, I guess
Modern,
that's a good way
I
to say
think.
it. Hopefully not tied down to her father's kind of incessant need to always have a twist. I want this to be, again, just make a good movie. Don't worry about the twist. And that's, again, why I like Knock at the Cabin. But yeah, it's
Do you think
I
she's
think
gonna
this
feel
looks good.
pressure to do a twist?
I think so. I definitely think that
Probably.
there's
She's
an
got the Shyamalan
expectation.
name.
And the fact that they're pushing that in the marketing so
Birthright.
hard. I don't know. What is your take on this, Luke?
I don't know. I don't know if there's gonna be a twist or not. To be honest, I mean, like, obviously, we're alluding to. I haven't read the book. I definitely want to read it before this comes out. But I'm assuming we're dealing with some sort of mythical creatures. I hope it doesn't sort of fall flat. Like, this is. I haven't went back and watched The Village, but I feel like this is what I wanted The Village to be.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know, with the creatures. Dylan, don't give me that fucking smug look. But, you know, like, I think the cast looks great. I love this kind of fairy tale element to it, and just the concept in general. So, I'm hoping for the best. I'm definitely intrigued by it.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I'm more excited, I think, for this than I am Trap. But like,
Yeah.
in the sense of just this seems more original. This seems more like fresh and exciting, and like
I like the
Evan said,
aesthetic.
inspired. Yeah, I like that too. And plus, The only thing that gets me is, again, you're teasing really cool monsters, and if you don't deliver the monsters, I'm gonna be upset and I'm gonna piss in the theater. So, that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna cause a lot of issues for a lot of.
You're gonna piss in the theater either way, Dylan.
Yeah, I will.
He
But
does.
I also
can
like that with whatever the creepy little hands were that were pressing onto the dude's forehead.
Yeah.
Alex, what's your take on this?
I'm just all about the prince and princess of horror doing movies. I'm just going to be interested in those regardless, because I want to see what their kids can do. Just like Brandon Cronenberg, just like Joe Hill, just like M. Night Shyamalan. I mean, I'm going to watch it because I'm definitely curious how far the story falls from the tree, or you know what I mean, like the craft. I want to see a newer take, because obviously they're probably going to be inspired somewhat by their parents' stuff, but also want to take it further, kind of like Joe Hill does in his stories. Although, yeah, he's a little more modern, right? Like he feels like a little more Clive Barker. Joe Hill does.
He's got a little bit of a different take than his dad, I would say. Definitely, because like the only thing out of his books that I've actually read was The Black Phone, and that was just because we did it in preparation for a podcast on that. And
it's quite different.
It is very different from the movie, but it also is one of those things where it's also like, which is stuff. This is a really weird thing to say, because I know that Stephen King stuff can get really dark, but it's oddly a bit more sadistic in a sense.
Right. Joe Hill seems to have less boundaries, which is crazy because Stephen King has no fucking boundaries.
But like Stephen King always seems to have a
it's like an optimism,
like
at the core.
Yes, but there's also like more of supernatural angle to a lot of his stuff like this, unless you're talking about like Misery or Shawshank or something like that. But like this, like Joe Hill, at least the stuff that I've seen and read, is like very grounded, very much more true crime, evil, like people being more people hurting people.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Stephen King also has a very old school Americana style about him as well.
Oh yeah.
And that's
it's like where his son is like kind of going outside those bounds a little bit.
And what is that like? It's like a heart-shaped box, I think, is what I read from him. And it's like, you know, like looking at Stephen King stuff, where obviously he was coming up and everyone's heavily influenced by Stephen King. But, you know, it's like he could take those basic premises. It's a haunted car, you know, and it's like he had the rights to those. And I think when I read Joe Hill stuff, it's like he's looking at his father's things. He's like, I gotta find a niche, something more interesting, more interesting hook. You know, it's because every time I read Joe Hill stuff, it's like, ooh, that's something I would have never thought of in a million years. You know, it's
an extra
like,
step.
Yeah, so I see what you're saying, where he's like that more modern kind of take, where it's like he's looking at his father's work and saying, okay, my father has this stuff. Now I want to be inspired by him, but I'm not going to rip off, hey, it's a haunted car. I'm going to do something different and more modern. So that's
like
what I love about his stuff.
I think Brandon Cronenberg does that too, really well too. Where it's like he does take it a little bit of I wouldn't say a step further, but like a different, almost more of like a higher artsy kind of elevated approach to his work than his dad does.
I don't know about that. I don't know if I can say that surely, because I think some of his dad's stuff is very deep, and it's
I'm not saying that it's not, but like I feel like the two films I've seen from Brandon Cronenberg are extremely high concept, and they're like, I mean, they are very, I guess like I would the best term I have is elevated. Like they just have this kind of new, clean, fresh kind of dark aesthetic to them. That's just kind of like almost God, what am I looking for here? I don't know. I the only thing that's coming to mind is just like that kind of clean, kind of futuristic kind of aesthetic to them. And like I just feel like a lot of the stuff I've seen from Cronenberg doesn't really lean into that kind of
I don't know.
stuff.
Videodrome reminded me, or sorry, what was the second movie that Brandon Cronenberg did?
Infinity Pool.
Antiviral Possessor.
Reminded me very much of like Videodrome in a way.
I forget about Antiviral.
Mixed with like Existence or something.
Yeah.
But with like controlling people. You know what I mean?
And like I see what Dylan's saying, where it's like, you know, Videodrome, I feel like maybe we've it came out so long ago that we've had so much time to sit with it, dissect it, get all these different commentaries where it's like I
Maybe
think
that's
Brandon's
just the
stuff
friends we made along the
is
way.
so fresh that not many people. I mean, obviously YouTubers have, but it's not like those deep dives where it's like Cronenberg.
yeah.
David Cronenberg stuff is like, it's had the once over and it's second and third, whereas
Sure.
Brandon stuff seems more fresh because it is more modern.
Sure.
So we haven't been able to dissect it to the full extent that we have of his father's.
I think
Artie?
his characters are definitely different, for
Yeah.
sure.
Are you gonna say what I was gonna say, Evan?
I want to say that we need to give Olwen the respect she deserves and say that she's the woman from Mandy.
Yep, that was literally what I was
Not,
gonna say.
not the one from the latest Texas Chainsaw movie. Let's give her the respect she deserves. She's from Mandy.
I
Alright.
wrote something today because I'm working on that, talking about that James Wan trilogy, unmade Texas Chainsaw Massacre video thing that I'm doing this summer.
You haven't seen Mandy?
Oh,
Yeah, you should watch that.
Wow.
You might,
that's
you
a
might-
good flick, dude.
It's trippy.
It's
That
very
would have been
trippy.
really good 2 days ago.
It's a weird
Right?
movie. Like, it flows really differently. It's kind of a slow
It's-
burner.
It's like John Wick. No, the first half's like
Is she
slow
in Sea
burn.
Fever,
Second half is
Cynthia?
John
I
Wick on
think you're
LSD.
Right.
Is that her? Sea Fever's good. Have you guys seen Sea Fever?
I liked Sea Fever, actually. Yeah.
Luke, did you ever end up watching that one?
It's
No.
an Irish movie.
Did you tell me about it?
Yeah, it's that one. I said it was sort of like yeah, she is in Sea Fever. Sea Fever. It's that one that's kind of like it reminded me of that other movie with fucking
But
what's his
better.
name from
I know what you're
Aliens.
talking about.
Arbiter Down or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think like Sea Fever is really good. I think they're both good, but the other one feels way more like John Carpenter's The Thing, which I think is why I kind of lean towards that one a little bit. But Sea Fever's it's good body horror. It really gets under your skin. It's a
Well,
good one.
I only watch things that Evan and Alex recommend. So
Well, Alex would totally recommend Sea Fever.
Yeah,
now
I
I'll-
did, actually. I did a review of it.
well, now I'll watch it.
There you go. I actually think it was 2019, so it was right around that 2020. I think I saw it in like 2020, so it was probably during a large swath of a million things that we were watching and recommending to each other.
What's
So
that softer Lovecraftian style movie? It was like Beach House or something like that. It was a hopeful. It was one of those ones that I wanted to be better than it was, but it had a really good atmosphere. It just kind of led to nowhere. It was
what
called
happens in it?
The
Don't
Beach House. It's a girl and her boyfriend go to a cabin, her parents' cabin, and there's people that are already there.
Hmm.
And then the sea comes alive and these things float into the sky.
No, I have
and
not
then
heard
everybody
of
starts
this.
For a
going
second there, I
crazy.
thought you were talking about the Night House.
That's what I thought too. I
Upset.
was gonna be upset as well.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
talking
no,
about.
I'm pretty sure it's called the Beach House. Yeah,
It's an Airbnb owned by Cthulhu, I think is what it is.
yeah,
I would do
pretty
that.
good.
No, it is the Beach House. Yeah, no, it's also 2019.
It's pretty
2019.
decent.
I have not heard of this one, but I see the poster.
It's not like an 8 out of 10 or 9. It's like a 7.5. It's one of those ones you can throw on.
Right.
You won't be completely fully satiated, but you'll still appreciate what they did.
Alex, have you seen the Night House?
The Night House.
You would love
With,
the House.
Rebecca
I'm
Hall.
sure I have. I don't know. I gotta look and see.
It's the
Movie's
one
amazing.
that's kind of like it feels like
David Bruckner, right?
It is David Bruckner, but it was kind of like it was the movie he made before Hellraiser that kind of feels
Yeah.
like
Oh yeah.
Hellraiser, but with a ghost.
I had a little bit of an issue with the sort of the messaging in it. I get it, but it was like kind of overly did it.
Okay.
Fuck you. All right.
You know what I'm saying? No,
I'm doing a video on it
I
this summer.
liked it, but I'm like when I
I'm
say
excited
these
for that.
things, I'm saying it like out of respect. It's
Oh, yeah,
not
no, I
like
know.
I'm not saying it like, oh, this is a terrible movie. I'm saying I was just disappointed by it.
Hey,
even
already
though it's a good
recommended
movie.
Sea Fever to you.
Right.
Yeah, she's Irish. Yep. Big fan of Sea Fever. Absolutely. Definitely. Luke, that's one I think we should try to prioritize for you soon. I really think you'd dig it.
No.
Which one?
Sea
No.
Fever.
Oh,
Good creepy body horror. Absolutely. It gets
Got
under
good
your
atmosphere.
eyes. Yeah. Beach House was another one I recommended to Evan.
I have a lot of recommendations. I have so many blind spots.
It's on Shudder. Cool. So yeah, we can watch that one.
What
Check
was
it
the
out.
one where the girl goes to town and it's kind of like it's like this fog is like taking
Oof.
over the whole town,
Mr.
Fog.
Boone.
and it's
Sounded
well,
Relic.
it's similar to that, but
Relic.
it
I don't
doesn't
know
really
what this
have
is.
anything happen. I can't remember what it's called,
know.
but it's very Lovecraftian.
Okay. I just rewatched The Fog recently. That movie's so fucking good.
I haven't
Alex is-
seen that one, Mr. Boone, but I definitely have. Any of you guys seen Relic?
S off. Wait, what's
No. I don't think so.
Oh, Alex pisses off horror fans by slamming Night House.
that?
Let's see. The Night House was great. I love
Some
how
movies just take a couple of times to watch.
Snappy, the leading lady,
Yeah,
was
sure.
great acting for somebody. Yeah, dude.
She's great.
Rebecca,
Rebecca Hall's
Hall
great.
crushes in that movie. The scene with when she's that, to keep it vague, not spoiling stuff for anybody who hasn't seen it, but like I'll say the little PTA meeting that she has.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What's up, Alex?
Okay, so 4777 is my numbers,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I have 4,777 subscribers right now.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So I hit that. Sorry, that was just like
That's awesome.
that's just my numbers. Like I've always had
Check.
those numbers.
I, wanna
I
check
love
mine.
it. Let's see. Now.
Hey,
why don't-
mine also is something 77. We're
Yeah,
lined up.
750,000,677.
All right. Well, why don't we
13,577. All right.
hop into these last two trailers are for independent, low budget flicks. So
Are you talking about the
we got
Vomit
some
Dolls?
stuff. Oh, let me see here.
Vomit Dolls trilogy. Should we talk
Thoughts
about
on Lucifer Valentine's movies? Don't forget to plug Discord.
Every
I
time.
am.
Every fucking time.
I don't think I'm familiar with these. Alex, fill us in.
that? Oh,
Lucifer
mean,
Valentine.
these aren't really story-driven stories. You know what I mean? They're shock movies. They're endurance
The Angela
gore
chapters.
films.
Oh boy.
They're depraved, and the
Okay.
person who made them is very questionable.
Okay.
Interesting. Well, you just opened up a whole new world to us. Oh.
I
was not
can
familiar
show
with this
you
guy.
the whole
Oh no.
I started a journey.
wishing and squashing and
A perfect child of Satan. I like that all of his covers look like children's drawings in crayon. That makes me feel really good. What the fuck? Black Mass of the Nazi sex wizards?
The fuck was that?
oh, that one's the deepest one.
It's only an hour and 6 minutes, so Luke will watch it.
Only
Done and done. I'm
that's
turning it
the
on
funny
now.
part. It's only
He's Canadian too.
dude. Oh knows what I'm talking about. That stuff is pretty wild. He
Thanks,
watched
though. We appreciate
subconscious
your
cruelty.
donation.
He's
on
regionally
my-
obsessed.
He watched subconscious cruelty based on my last stream, on our stream that we did, because I mentioned how fucked up it was, and he watched it. And he was like, "You're right. That's a fucked up movie."
Everybody's unsubscribing from you, Alex. They're
That's
trying
cool.
to get your
Thanks,
numbers
man.
down.
Shit.
I'm gonna go load the shotgun. Just kidding. I'm gonna go hunting. Just kidding.
Well, I don't know. There is a part of me that wants to like get in there and do like maybe like a tier list or something of like these really twisted, fucked up like
Oh,
gore
good luck.
movies. But like, yeah, dude, I don't
Come to
It's
me,
kinda
and
like,
I
I
will
don't
tell
know.
you where to
That's-
start.
see. Like that's the thing I was thinking about, seeing if you wanted to help me with it and be a
Oh, yeah.
part of it.
I can
Because
help
like
you.
I know that you have a. I know that you get in deep sometimes with the Garbo, so it's kind of like
I'll
you'll
do
know.
anything, man. I'll watch just about anything.
So I'm like, it's kind of one of those things, but also, I know I don't think I could get Luke on board for that one because he's not
Yeah,
much
these
into
are-
that stuff.
These are not good feeling movies.
Um,
If you want to
Yeah,
go down
'cause-
an iceberg, I can show you some stuff that you'll never come back from. Like there
Alright.
is some really bad stuff out there that I won't even watch. But
Evan, you put on your glove. Is everything okay?
What?
hi guys, who wants the paint?
The claws look super nice to scratch yourself with.
I was wearing this on Halloween when I was handing out candy, and I wasn't thinking and almost stabbed a kid in the eye with this.
Oh,
What the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean? Look at this. Look at what I'm doing.
Yeah.
This is
He's
fucking
like-
self-explanatory.
Like Mr. Rogers.
Why would
that's
you
a
stab
murderer.
some child in the eye?
Because they didn't say trick or treat. There were a lot of kids who weren't
Oh, he
saying
broke
trick or
the
treat.
rules. He broke the rules.
Okay, so Evan, I know that
Yes?
you're young, but you may know who this guy is. Do you know who Mr. Rogers is?
Of course I know
Who
who
the fuck
Mr.
doesn't?
Rogers is.
You need to do an intro like Mr. Rogers where you're changing your fucking shoes and your sweater because everybody talks about your sweater just to be funny.
It's true.
Do
I
better
swear to
next
God,
time.
that would fly off. Like
I should do that. I should do that.
Alex,
Yes,
what do you
off
think of the
season,
movie
thank
off
you.
season?
You know what
go.
one of my favorite things to do is on Halloween is when a kid comes up with a Jason mask and we get to battle.
You battle kids in the street.
I battle kids in my front yard.
No, dude. It was the highlight for me this past Halloween was taking my son trick or treating and him dressed as Chucky, and I was
That's pretty
dressed as
dope.
Michael Myers. And these kids were like so afraid of me because I committed to the bit. Like I wore a ski mask, like not a ski mask, but like a
Oh yeah, when
pantyhose, like, over
Michael
my
Myers
eyes.
wears a ski mask, I remember.
No. Let me finish here.
Oh,
Okay?
I like that idea, by the way.
I'm
Mr.
being
Rogers
serious. That's really
reviews a
cool.
Serbian film.
That would be amazing. Like if your whole shtick was being Mr. Rogers.
That might actually be perfect if I was like for like
Dude,
the
oh
Martyrs
my
review or something where
God.
it's like the super
better
fucked
than the
up
other
movie.
idea.
I
we
think you
came
should
up
do
with.
that. Honestly, that's a good idea.
That would actually be really funny.
Owen
you can
and
pull it
Alex
off.
have come up with a new meta for you.
I might write this down.
I'm being serious.
For
dude.
any like
you-
super fucked up movie, I have to do
remember
an
we
intro like
talked
Mr.
about
Rogers.
like a new thing that you were gonna do, Evan?
Yes.
And then this, I think, beats that.
Really?
I shtick wise, yes. I think it's a very good shtick because you are kind of a nice guy, like, and you can kind of pull that
Aw.
off.
You're
Well,
sort
thank
of a
you.
nice guy. You're all right.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. By the way, Dylan, I was listening.
Yeah,
to
sorry,
what you were
Dylan. You finished
No,
what you were
it's okay.
saying.
It's
I got
okay.
distracted.
I'm right there with you. I love this idea.
And when he
Um,
said that, I was like instantly like, oh my god, he could do that. Introduce
Bro's
fucked
got
up
some good
films.
ideas.
Yeah.
It's a DLC costume.
Wholesome review of vile
He's gonna
debauchery.
be in Fortnite,
There
guys.
you But no, what I was saying, like the highlight for me was so like I was wearing like a mask that would cover my eyes, so I could still see out of it.
Yeah.
But then I would put the Michael Myers mask on, so my eyes were black, so you couldn't see anything.
Oh.
And it freaked all these kids out because I was totally committing. I was walking down the street, I would stop and stare and
Nice.
turn slowly. At one point, these kids were like that. We kept walking by. They had like a big group of them and their parents, and their parents were like, "Oh, can you scare them? Can you scare them or whatever?" and stuff. So I would like kind of walk off, go around, and then like just pop up, and they'd freak out. Well, they started to get real wise to it, and then at one point they start like running up to me and like pretending to fight me. So like I just raised my knife and started walking a bit faster, and they start running, screaming. Here comes my son, who just learned to walk like 4 months before this, bolting, dressed as Chucky with his little plushie knife, runs past me, and he's just laughing his little ass off because he's like, we're running, we're having fun, it's exciting. And I was just a proud father. I was
That's
a proud horror
fantastic.
father.
That's awesome. Did you
And it's-
videotape any of that?
No, we didn't get that part, but we have plenty of pictures. I'll have to show
That would have
them
been great.
sometime.
Yeah.
I'll send some
Send them
to
to
the
us, yeah.
chat.
I have a thing where I like to remember things the way that
Nice guy.
I remember them instead of what they were actually like. Well, that's kind of weird. Do you know what
He's a
that's
nice
from?
guy. Wait, what was it?
I have a thing where I like to remember things the way that I remember them rather than the way they actually were.
Not
It's-
ringing a bell.
Bill Pullman in a movie by David Lynch.
Is
called
that
Lost Highway?
Lost Highway? That's one of the few I have not seen.
He plays alto. He plays the baritone sax.
That's
I
a
think.
beauty. Thank you, Cynthia. I appreciate it. A were sheep. What is going on, guys? Oh, he's a nice guy. Wolf in sheep's clothing. Lost Highway. See, Cynthia got it.
She knew it. She knew it.
All right. Let's get these last couple because there is a trailer in here that I'm eager to show you.
I am gonna
Okay.
sign off, gentlemen.
No, you're not because this is the trailer we've been waiting this whole time to talk
Slide
about.
off.
You waited too long.
No,
you waited
it's-
too long, sir.
Honestly, I'm good if you guys just want to talk about some news stuff. The only thing, because the only one that looks kind of interesting that was on our docket was trim season. Did you guys want
That's
to talk
the
about
weed
that
one?
one? Yeah.
I mean, I'm all for it because it's the devil's lettuce and no one should be consuming it, so it should be villainized.
But Luke and I are there is a one on here called Bite.
Yeah,
you
I
guys
watched
watch
the
that one?
trailer for that. Yeah,
The app werewolf movie.
yeah.
Looks absolutely awful. Apparently it's on Tubi, and Luke and I are recording the concept of potentially reviewing it in the next week or so.
Slay. Have you heard of that movie?
The one with
The drag queens.
no, I thought you were talking. I was thinking of Santa's Sleigh. I'm sorry.
No, it's called Slay. That's another Tubi movie that people should check out. I heard it's really fun. There's obviously low lifes, so Tubi's like kind of coming up a little bit. There's been
they acquired Where the Devil Roams and Black Mold.
right.
They put those on there as originals, so that was cool. I appreciated that. When I went and saw Scream 6 in full Ghostface costume, I walked around the city streets glaring at people. That's the way to
pretty
do
great. I like that.
it. Slay. There you go.
Slay. It's perfect actually.
All right, Luke.
All right,
Get
I'll
the
see.
fuck up out of
Yeah,
here.
bye.
Oh, are you actually leaving?
Oh yeah, I'm actually leaving.
Oh, okay. See you, buddy.
All
He's
right.
going to
Bye.
slide off.
I think we can. Let's do the. I know there's one story in
All
here
right,
that
I'll see you
Evan
guys.
wants to
Bye.
talk about.
See you, buddy.
Friday. I'll see you Friday.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, guys.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, can you
Bye.
leave, please? Because you said you're leaving like 5
I
times.
just wanted to make sure
I'm
everyone knew I was
getting-
leaving.
Ugh.
Luke,
Alright,
are
Bye,
you
Luke, everybody.
are you leaving?
Are you thinking about it?
Oh, am I supposed to be leaving?
No.
No?
Yeah.
No, I'm leaving. I'll see you guys.
Don't leave yet. I have to talk to you about something. It's important. Black Mold,
As
Is
soon as
that
Dylan's like, "Don't leave," then he goes.
that like Splinter. No, Black Mold is it's actually really well done. It's
That I want to see.
yeah,
I think I
it's
saw that.
it's John Pata. It's about the people who take photos of abandoned
Yeah.
like buildings and stuff. It's good.
Where they meet the guy
I like.
upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought that was really well done. It's
It was
not like
creepy.
a all timer, but it's like it was really good for what it was. Looks like Luke was the opening kill. So who's the killer? I
Mhm.
literally, if you guys saw my Civil War spoiler review, which I know you haven't seen the movie, so why would you? I make a joke to Jake. I was like, so I don't know if the audience is catching on, but each spoiler review we have lost a person. So
Mm.
Jake has become my final girl
Oh,
in this
shit.
little slasher movie.
That's
so
adorable.
That's what I said.
Oh,
Isn't it cute?
That's sweet.
I'm looking forward to meeting him.
Yeah.
We have not met in person.
If you feel like sharing,
I don't
He's
know.
mine.
he's
No.
mine. He's all mine.
Oh, if you. Oh, I thought. Okay, I was confused. I thought you were referring to something else.
Is it on streaming? I don't know. I'm sure it probably is.
Wait,
now.
what? What Black
Black
Mold?
Mold. Yeah.
Yes, it's on
Tubi.
Tubi. It's on Tubi.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
Black
feel like
Mold is
that
how I
movie
found
had-
you guys. Hell yeah, Black
I
Mold.
thought it had some really good atmosphere and ideas and things. There was a little bit of funkiness in there, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think Evan would enjoy it.
I wanna
his
check it
part's
out.
in it?
I think it was you, Dylan,
Jeremy
that was
Holm.
telling me about it. So.
Yep.
Yeah, he was in that the movie
Brooklyn.
with the supernatural thing. Yeah, Brooklyn 69.
Brooklyn
or whatever.
45.
45.
Yeah, Brooklyn 69. It's the porno.
69.
We gotta pitch that to Ted. We're friends with each other on Twitter, so I can message
yeah.
him and be like, "Hey,
That's actually really nice.
he is a really nice guy." We be chatting in each other's comments every once in a while about.
He comes to
certain
your
shit.
review and actually comments on it if
Right.
you know you have something to say. You know what I mean? Which is
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
We posted our review, and like I didn't even tag him in it, but he was like looking for. He said that he was going to be looking at reviews all weekend, and I
Yeah.
posted mine, and he started talking about. He did like a whole thread where he basically like answered questions that I posed in it, and it was super nice. It was super
That's what-
thoughtful.
yeah.
It was like it was really
I
cool.
love when directors do that because it's like it
Mhm.
fills in the holes that you were like thinking about. You're like, I didn't really
Yeah, he
understand."
actually answered a question for me because I was like, I thought that the only real gripe that I had with it was that I thought the CGI for the the ghost coming out of the table was a little wonky, but then he was
Oh
like,
yeah.
but he was like, oh no, that wasn't CGI. He was like, we did that in person. I'm like, okay, so it was a stylistic choice. Then I can appreciate, because that was my whole thing in my review. I was like, I don't know if it was a stylistic choice or if it was supposed to be CGI. So it was kind of like
Right.
this uncanny valley nature to it. And I'm like, I don't know. It kind of confused me, but I was like, because I was very positive about Brooklyn 45. I thought that
Me
was,
too.
I thought it was a really well
I think
done
I gave it
movie.
like a 7.5 or something like that, or an 8 or
I
something.
gave it a
a lot of
recommend.
people, yeah, a lot of people were like, "Oh, it's terrible, it's boring," and I'm like, "It's a chamber piece, dude. Like, it's supposed to be in one spot."
He needs his trademark final girl line. Oh yeah.
They did the same thing. A lot of people had an issue with the end of Evil Dead Rise because of the creature effects in there, and come to find out they were all practical.
They just brushed him up with CG.
Yeah, they were like, "This is terrible, like terrible CGI," and I was like, "It was practical though."
I love
I
that
didn't
movie
have
so
any.
much.
Yeah,
man.
I don't have an issue with the CGI or the creature at all at the end of that movie. I thought it was
It's
super
just
cool.
I can understand how it moved a little bit, so they
Yeah.
were kind of like they didn't believe it.
Yeah,
That's why they were saying that.
Yeah.
But it's because of the
People
because
did
they
the-
decided to go practical and full practical. They had limits on what they could do with people
Yeah.
inside of it. Like it's like, you know,
people did the same thing with Halloween Ends when Michael's in the car crusher at the end.
Oh, really?
Where
I
people
didn't
were
even
like,
have any-
"Oh, I had a ton of comments where people were like, the CGI when he gets killed looks so terrible." I'm like, "What the fuck?"
I thought
were they
that was
supposed
like
to use a real body?
well, no, I thought that was like a prosthetic body that they
It
put
was,
in,
yeah.
in like a meat crusher.
Yeah,
That's what I mean. That's what I don't
It
understand.
didn't look
Like
fake
why?
at all. Like it looked like they
Yeah.
literally put up.
I know that one really confused me. A year ago today, I saw Evil Dead Rise in the theaters. I fucking
Oh,
love
hey,
Evil
it
Dead
is the
Rise so
anniversary of
much.
that, isn't it?
Is it today?
22nd? I think so.
Wow,
Oh, that
It was either that or yesterday.
I
was February. Oh, you're
loved
right.
Evil Dead Rise so much. Yeah, already
was in
people did
April.
think that Michael's body was CGI,
April
which is
21st.
wild.
So yeah, it was yesterday. Was the anniversary?
Wow,
I guess that go to figure.
I really
That was a
like
good
that.
one.
Well, for me, it's the
I've watched
23rd
it
now because
4
it's past
times
midnight,
now.
so 2 days ago.
I've seen the movie 4 times now at least.
Rise, yeah,
Rise.
Yeah,
I'm
I
probably
don't know
around
why,
that.
and every time I watch it, I like it more.
Yeah, it's really
It
great.
grows on you, dude. Like it's one of those ones where it has a lot riding on it the first time you watch it, but like every time I watch it, it's the same thing that happened with the other one, the Fede Alvarez's, where it's like every time I watch it, I appreciate it more.
I think
And
I
Over
had
time,
an
it'll
interesting
really grow.
I had an interesting time with Rise because like it came out. I'm not like seeking sympathy. It came out like around a month after my dad died, so it was like I was getting to get out of the house and just go watch this like escapism blast of a horror movie, which was why it was like number one on my list and why I did nothing but sing its praises, because it was like just such a nice like relief from just thinking about shit too much to get out and
Yeah.
watch like this just really fun, stylish movie.
Straightforward kind of
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
Like,
So like that movie worked so well for me. So now I have like a bit of a soft spot for it too, because it was like this little thing of respite.
It's
But it's
like
just so good too. Like I've
some
rewatched it,
movies
and
are
it
good
holds
that
up.
way, you know. Like
Yeah.
it's supposed, like not everything has to be like a super heady thing, or
No,
you know, like
not everything's stop motion.
it's like you go through phases. Like I know that when after Hereditary, we got nothing but like super heady stuff, right?
yeah, I know.
And so it was like a little overwhelming to see too much heady stuff.
It's nice to just get like a fun. That's why I liked Abigail so much, dude.
Right.
That was
Yeah,
just like
Abigail's
fun.
Or low lives for that matter. It's just straightforward fun,
Yeah.
you know.
Yep.
Like
Low Lifes does the same thing where it's not trying to be too complicated. It's just really giving you an interesting concept in a small
violent
contained
nature.
film.
Yeah,
I'm hoping, brother.
so
I'm
hyped
hoping.
that's
for
what
it.
I'm
Dude,
saying. Like yeah,
Dude,
like,
I literally I checked today. I was gonna message the PR people for that and just be like, hey, do we know when the screeners are gonna drop?
I
but,
wrote them and they seem kind of.
So when I looked at it, I thought that it came out much earlier than it did. I thought it was like the 17th. It's actually May 30th. So we're not getting that until like the second week of May at the earliest. I guarantee it.
You think?
Well, because
I mean, they emailed me and like I think we all got. Did we all get emails where they were
Yes,
saying
we
like,
did.
"Hey, we're gonna
Yeah,
get
we-
in touch with
we
you soon
did.
about it"?
we're saying like
Yes.
the screeners themselves, because like what I've noticed with IFC and Shutter releases is if it's in theaters, they wait till it's a lot closer. If it's a
Right.
streaming movie, if as soon as the screeners are available, they say like Infested. Like Alex and I got our Infested screeners a month before the movie was the embargo even lifted.
Shifted was one I saw a while before it came
And-
out.
Mhm.
They showed it on the mystery movie at AMC and all the different places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it
they
was all,
wouldn't-
it was at the
we're not
Overlook
allowed to
as well.
review it until the 22nd, technically today.
Yeah. It was also at the Overlook Film Fest as well, just like Abigail. It was one of the ones they showed there, so you know. But
But they seemed a little like they're not ready yet for anything.
Okay.
Because I
Mhm.
asked them twice about
I
it.
do
and they were
hope we
like,
can get
"Oh, it's
screeners
coming!
for it.
It's
Like, I'm
coming!
excited.
it's
we're
coming."
gonna get screeners for it. I guarantee.
Yeah.
It's
That'll
just
be
gonna
sick.
be.
Very
I hope
excited.
it's not like a. I hope it's not like a situation like we had with Late Night with the Devil, where they give it to us literally like 5 days before the review has to come out. I want like time to process
Yeah.
it and get it out.
If
It's
this
like
is
if Alex had done his due diligence and research, we would have had to have waited so much longer for that.
yeah.
Wait, what happened? What I do?
When you got that one contact for Late Night,
He's praising
So-
you.
we got yes,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
saying it because you got us the screener early
Right.
before because it was like another like 6 days before IFC. even
Yes,
sent
because it
us
was the
this-
UK guys. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
they
Because I
sent it
sussed
right
it
away.
out. I was like, wait a second, how did they?
Yeah.
Oh, I get
I'm,
it. And then I
uh,
was like, here you go.
If In a Violent Nature is like after the first 2 weeks of May, that kind of works out because again, like May 18th is the last day that I'm at my actual job, and then I'm like full force YouTube. So if we get the screeners around that point, I can probably make a fucking. I'll try and make a banger for it.
There you
Well,
go.
I
what
mean,
I
it
can
may
do.
not have much to say other than.
Well, yeah, I can't do it like spoilers, obviously.
Right. Well, I'm just saying.
No,
you would
do
like
what
to-
you've been doing. Do your half and half. I like that with your.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I can't get like movie footage in there, especially
Right,
if
I
it's
know
from a
what you mean,
screener, right? Like,
just recycle the same 3 photos over and
yeah,
over.
yeah, no, but I mean, like, I can do stuff. I'm gonna keep including the spoiler section in the videos because people have liked those.
You are not
So,
lying, Francisco. This has been a great year,
Great.
and I think
I
it's
know.
because we had so many films held back from the
Mm-hmm.
thing. Sorry, I can't say it because I don't want to. From the big C, and everybody disappeared for a couple of years, and people just
Oh, right, that thing.
But I think it's because of that we're seeing the overflow now. It's like this. It's built up a wave now, and it's finally crashing on.
Yeah, we're getting some really
2024.
dope shit. Like 2022 was amazing, like landmark for horror.
23 was weird. a little
23 was like there were some good things in 23, but it was like, eh. But 24 is feeling pretty good.
24 is really really good so
Yeah.
far. It's 22. I don't know.
22
if
was
it's-
absurd.
Yeah, I don't. It's getting close though, because I
Yeah.
mean, if In a Violent Nature hits, if Maxine hits, if Terrifier
Terrifier,
hits, it's like
Nosferatu.
bit. Oh
plus
yeah, all of that is
everything else
hitting this year.
Yeah,
everything else we've gotten with like stop motion, Infested,
It's
all these other
wild.
ones. It's like it's insane. It's been
Beginning
wild.
of this year has been so strong that it's because
know.
of that. Yeah,
Dude,
Yeah.
like
because
it
stop
even
motion was a February or January movie or something.
February. Yeah, it was early February.
and we
this
got
is
Night
weird.
Swim.
Fuck you.
I'm gonna review that movie because I feel like I've not seen it, and I want to do like an actual.
Have you not
spoiler
seen
talk
it?
About it? No,
Oh,
I'm gonna be
buddy.
like my title is gonna be. So I watched Night Swim finally.
yeah, yeah.
I've been trying to get through my fucking.
You did it. Don't do it.
I've been trying to get through my.
Sorry, don't bring up
fucking-
what?
Oh,
no,
shit.
don't worry. I'm not doing it.
I have like a big dissection video on that I shot, and I've been trying to edit it. It is so fucking painful
Which
because I
one?
hate that a Night Swim.
It's
Oh.
I've been
terrible.
working on it kind of passively.
Night
I do
Swim
wanna
was
hit some
painful because like
these.
the first act of it, I was kind of like, okay, there's like some better shit going on here than I thought, but then it just devolves. So
When-
I
once you
skipped
know where-
Imaginary.
Once you know where it's going, it's so tough to watch.
It was
the
terrible,
second
and it
time.
sucks too because oh god, Wyatt Russell is really good, and
He's a good actor.
the mother too, who was in
Yeah,
Better
she
Call
did-
Saul.
She did a good job.
What was her name? Because she played Kaylee's mother in Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad, I think. Anyway, she was great too. Like the cast was really good. There was some stuff at the start of Night Swim that was good. but
Harry
then it just-
Condon.
That's yeah, she's great.
Let me run through a couple of these real quick because
Yeah.
there was a few of them that I wanted to mention. So, Artie says, controversial opinion. I like the modern Evil Dead movies better than the old trilogy. I think that that's acceptable because
There's
none
no
of
bad
the
Evil Dead
movies are
movies.
bad.
They're all
Like
amazing.
they're all like S tier movies in my
Yep.
opinion. That's why like when we were just saying like you were even saying like you ranked them, I was just trying to think about it. I'm like, where does
It's
Evil Dead
hard.
Rise even fall for me? And I'm like, maybe number 3, but then it feels like sacrilege to like put one again because like it just depends on what kind of mood I'm in, really.
Yeah,
For
I mean,
each
ranking
one.
Evil Dead is tough.
Sometimes the Evil Dead remake's my favorite. Sometimes it's Army of Darkness.
So
Sometimes it's
now
Evil Dead 2. I don't know.
I do
Like,
have a really hot Evil Dead take.
oh yeah.
I don't have consistently like most of the ranking, but consistently
Oh,
my
yeah.
least favorite one is definitely a hot take because
It's
my
Army of
least favorite Evil Dead movie is 2.
Whoa, yeah.
I know.
All right, let's.
But can I
Yeah.
can I clarify this? I just said they're all amazing.
Okay.
So when
Yeah,
we're
no,
talking
I get
about my
I
least
know,
favorite
it's
one,
splitting hairs.
the thing with Evil Dead 2 is it's like I just felt like I wanted them to commit to one or the other. Like the blend made it just feel awkward for me. So like I like Army of Darkness and 1 more because they each kind of fall into their own camps
Mhm.
with a more committed feel. I understand why people love 2. I get it. But it's the one that I enjoy the least. But I still love it and think it's fantastic.
I agree. I think that they're all
That's a hot
fantastic
take.
and that can't
I have a
do
lot
it.
of hot takes. I don't care.
And then obviously
I mean, you're
Francisco said it's
younger
been a
though
good
too.
year.
Like, it's
Yeah, but I mean, I prefer the first one.
different. Right, but I'm just saying
Cynthia.
there is no evil. There's no answer because, like, I grew up watching X amount of movies and these
Sure.
specific movies. If someone was growing up at the same time as I was, but watched completely separate, different movies,
Yeah.
and had a love for them that they had no idea. Just like I've watched movies that I loved in the '80s that mimic things in the '50s that I wouldn't
Sure.
even know about.
Yeah.
You
You know
what I
who
mean?
else has Evil Dead 2 at the bottom of their list? Cody Leach.
That's weird.
Well,
Consistently.
you guys can
Yeah,
go.
Boone says that the
Let's see,
same.
Corey.
I think.
My least favorite is 1. Interesting.
But Cynthia
I'd say
says
Army
it's
of Darkness
the
is probably the silliest one.
It's the
But I still
silliest
like
for
it.
sure.
Tonally, I think it's the one that I like the least, but I still love it. I saw it in the theater, when it came out. I'm old enough to see that as well because I didn't even know it was the Evil Dead movie.
A lot
I
of
went to
people
go
had
see
that.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, this is Evil Dead 3.
Yeah.
It was an amazing feeling too because I was so excited. But yeah, I think my order would be 2. Oh man, this is tough. Because like I do like 1. I think it's the scarier version of the 1 and 2. And 2 is like the more well-rounded, perfect one. You know
Sure.
what I mean? Like, but I still admire what they did on such a low budget. It is hard to put it last. And I understand why people who are younger than me like it last, though. You know what I mean? Like, because it's the most rough around the edges. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But I kind of also like that roughness.
I do
about it.
really like Evil Dead 2. Like, I'm not shitting on it.
No,
I
no,
think
no.
it's
I'm just
great.
saying Evil Dead 1, no.
Oh, Evil
Like,
Dead 1,
that's-
right.
Yeah, Evil Dead 1. So Evil Dead 2's there. I would definitely put Rise slightly above the remake. I know people love that one, but I think I got a little bit more from the demons.
Rise is just a
in
bit more
Rise.
fun.
That's what I was going to say.
It's got
It
some
feels
more,
more
like-
Evil Dead-ish
Yeah.
to me than the remake did, but I still love the remake. And I would put Army of Darkness last. So I'd probably be like Evil Dead 2, 1, Rise, remake, and Army of Darkness.
Okay.
But I love them all.
That's the thing with this franchise. Like, I don't I'm probably saying this because I have a hot take on it. I don't think there's any like bad Evil Dead opinions unless you think that they're all shit. Then it's like I can't
Ash
get on.
vs. Evil. Oh, I didn't count that, but yeah,
What was
that's
it?
that's tough to say because I really like Ash vs. Evil Dead.
I haven't gone through it. I have the Groovy collection, so like I've got all the 3 seasons on Blu-ray.
I love, man, second season of Ash vs. Evil
I
Dead
need
is
to
so
go through it.
amazing, so
Should
good,
do it,
dude. That is like when his dad's demise happens at that movie. I literally laugh for 30 minutes straight.
It's definitely,
Spoilers.
It was.
dude. It has been out for years.
I'm
anyway.
fucking with you.
No, it's yeah, I would agree. Ash vs Evil Dead, the show is, it's also.
I need to
very
watch
good.
it, and I have it.
Very
Like I've got all 3 seasons on Blu-ray. So
Just the thing about it is that the first season is so cobbled together. It feels in the beginning.
I watched the first episode, and I was
I
I
like,
didn't
two
get that. I didn't
episodes.
get that impression. I just watched it last year to do my Evil Dead timeline explain video, and
Yeah.
like I didn't feel that way about the first season.
I
I thought
did.
the first season was pretty good.
Lots
Granted,
of
I
people-
watched it all like really quick because I had to
Mm.
like get my ass on it because I'd never seen any of it. It was 3 seasons, and I had to get going so I could write down all this stuff about it. So like I was just, and they're really short episodes. They're like 30 minutes. So like I'm
Right.
just
yeah,
gunning
I'll
them
go
out.
through them eventually.
Well, in a way, it kind of reminded me of the beginning of the first 3 episodes of Fallout, where you're still getting to know everybody in the story.
I've still only
So-
seen the first one.
It's
I haven't
still
seen
like
it yet.
it took a little while, and then in 4th and 5th episode, I was like, "Holy shit, this is amazing!"
That opening scene of Fallout was fucking amazing.
Dude, everything that show is great, but I guarantee you, season 2 is going to be better.
I'm
Guaranteed.
excited. We've got good video game adaptations right now. Like Last of Us was
Well,
fucking
I'm surprised
amazing.
to hear people are hating Fallout, like specifically hating
No,
it for
they're
the same
just-
reasons.
From what I haven't seen it yet, so I can't speak on it. But like the complaints I've heard are just people being little piss babies about it and saying,
Most of what
much.
I've seen
"Oh,
is
they
people being
ruined the-
super positive.
They ruin the lore and everything." It's like no,
They
didn't.
changed literally one thing.
That's because I looked into that too. Like it
And
got it minorly spoiled for me, but it's like again, if you played the games and you know anything about the universe, it's literally
It's got an
not a big
88
deal
audience
at all.
score. I think it's fine.
No, and it's not like it's only a small margin of people that
Yeah.
are bitching, but like the smallest groups are the loudest. So it's
Yeah,
like
and it's probably only 88 because all the neckbeards like held hands together and
Yeah.
crossed. You know?
Do we have any more updates on Last of Us season 2, or is that still?
it's still shooting. They wrapped Pedro Pascal. I
heard.
a couple
He's a
weeks
really
ago.
fast actor. That's impressive. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, emotionally, I would say that show is probably grabbed me the most, but tonally for the episodes in the first season, I still think Fallout beats it by just a little bit.
Sure.
Emotionally, hands down, goes to
Last of Us.
The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Of course, 100%.
I haven't seen most of. Like I saw the first episode of Fallout, so I don't know.
I just think as a whole, the season 1 of
Sure.
Fallout was better for me personally, just because I
Right.
like it. But I love
I-
Fallout. The first Fallout. I mean, the first Last of Us game. I never got to play the second. So
I had an interesting time with the second one because because the game leaked, like story beats leaked before it came out, but I
Army of
avoided
Darkness
all of
anime
it.
sounds sweet.
Like I didn't know anything about what happened in Last of Us 2
that's-
before going in.
Look at that.
Um,
That's awesome, Cynthia.
oh shit, that's sweet.
oh, nice.
What was I saying? So I
You
played
didn't know
Last
anything
of Us
going
2.
into Last of Us 2, yeah.
I played it on release date and then like played through the entire game and didn't look anything up because I knew that there were spoilers out there. And then I finished it and I was like, holy shit, that is one of the most profound like narrative experiences I've ever had.
Really?
Let's go share this with other people. And I just
And you
Googled
walked
Last of
into
Us
the
Part 2 and I'm like,
fucking-
oh my god, people fucking hate this. I
Yeah.
loved it.
I thought
Loved it.
I adored that game. I thought that was
Yeah.
fantastic.
Very few stories have dealt with personal bias and perspective in the tangible way that Last of Us 2 does.
Fair enough.
They did such a good job at exploring that kind of thing. And I thought There's
See you,
some-
Francisco.
oh yeah, thanks for tuning in, Francisco.
We're gonna wrap
Coming
up
in.
here in a second.
probably
too,
will,
anyway.
yeah.
I
I'm
gotta be getting to bed. So
sleepy.
I want to
as
mention
fuck.
one thing to Boone real quick. Army of Darkness anime. If you've never read the comics, you really need to read the Army of Darkness comics.
yeah, they're
They're
good.
really good. And they
I've watched videos where like they go through and explain the stories of them. They are solid.
I
they
also
go
need
into
to go soon.
Reanimator. They
Mhm.
go into the not Wizard of Oz, but the Alice in Wonderland,
Mhm.
Tron. They do the continuation of Army of Darkness originally, so you like go back to the S Mart, and he's like, "Ma'am, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave,"
Yep.
that kind of thing. It continues from there. Really great story, and it even goes into Marvel Zombies.
Yeah. Did you guys see that, by the way? I almost put that in here as like something to talk about, but did you see that they're rebooting? I think it's Marvel. No, it's they're not rebooting, it's new. It's Marvel versus Alien. So like
Oh.
it's Xenomorphs versus
Oh.
Marvel.
Hmm.
I think they did something with that years ago.
It's people were saying this is like the most 90s comic ever, and I totally agree. But like, let me show you this real quick.
Evil Dead chronology, it would be technically Army of Darkness. It's
Hey.
just like a branched off of Army Darkness.
I hit 100 videos today. I didn't realize that. The Strangers
Good job.
review is my 100th video.
I
Yeah,
hate you so much.
Let's fucking go. Wait, why? What did I do?
I'm on my 10,000th video.
Shit, I should have paid attention to that and mentioned it.
No, that's awesome, dude.
Well,
I remember my first beer. No, I'm kidding. That is cool. We also, when we did that, we didn't realize it either until we looked at it. It was like 106. I'm like, oh fuck, all right.
How do you know how many videos you have?
I was just
right at the top of your stuff.
Yeah, it says it right at the top of your channel. If you pull up your channel.
Oh, and the channel. Okay, I was looking.
How many watch hours? Like total? I don't know. I can tell you how many I have in the last 28 days. That's the best I can give you.
We hit like 25 because like I got an email that we hit like a milestone on watch hours recently. It was like 250,000 or something.
How many views is your channel at?
Oh, views in total?
Views. Yeah.
I don't know.
Because you can see that in the About section. If you go to your channel and then go to the About, it's at the bottom. Like mine, I have 841,000 on the channel.
553, 376. But I did delete a bunch of videos, and one of them had over 600,000.
Like,
but I had to take it down because it was a clip from it was like over 500,000 views on one video. And what was it? It was called Jerk and Cry, and it was the scene from the first episode of American Horror Story where the guy's like crying after he snaps him out.
Where did you go to find that?
Your total views?
Yeah.
If you go to your channel and then like click on where you have your bio,
and then scroll all the way to the bottom.
You should scroll down and it should tell you how many views you have. I've tried to get into American Horror Story a couple times, but the first season is paced so frenetically for absolutely no reason, and it drives me fucking crazy.
What is this? What year is this, by the way?
288,000 views in total.
Okay.
This is new. This is just coming out.
Okay.
Yeah, they just announced they're doing this, so.
I swear to God. Maybe I'm thinking of X-Men. Wolverine and
it could have been they crossed over all that shit because like they had the whole thing with like the Spawn era and the Venom era was a big thing where they were trying to go darker, so they had like Marvel Zombies was becoming a thing, and then they went into like all those crossovers. So it's like they've done a million of them.
Yeah, see, here it is.
Oh, was that
November
watch
2005
hours?
they had a Wolverine episode or comic book with Xenomorph.
Hell yeah.
And he's like punching up through its head.
Oh yeah, you can. Oh. So my watch hours total on my channel 132,135.4.
Where'd you find that at?
I went into Studio, Analytics, Overview, and then Watch Time, Hours, and then I hit Lifetime.
I can't remember, dude. X-Men always has their own alien knockoffs. That's what I was thinking. I could have sworn I'd seen something at least.
Yeah, 132,135. And most of that is the Sinister video. Like by quite a wide margin. Cool. This just turned into an analytics stream. This is fun.
Yeah, exactly. Like
This is
you're not
probably
even
only
supposed to
interesting
share
to
it,
us.
technically. You could get his channel taken down.
What?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
That can't be real.
Yeah.
I can't share how many watch
You're not
hours I have.
supposed to. I mean,
Are you sure?
I'm just kidding. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay, that's. I was gonna say that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. I've changed my channel 3-4 times, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say like you can share. Like I see people sharing like their income, so I'm sure you can share watch hours.
I think it's fucked up that they remove your views if you remove a video. Personally, I think that's fucked up. Because I've had to remove videos because they were trying to make money off of it when it wasn't theirs.
Right. That makes
Like
sense.
Universal or Paramount,
Jesus,
you know.
What was this? This must have been my October 20th. Yeah, because I was looking at Lifetime. I'm sorry, we totally like zoned out of the stream.
I think
here.
we're all
Sorry,
tired.
guys.
Yeah, because like we should wrap up because like I was looking, you got me caught up in this. I've never looked at this stuff before, but like I have like a skyrocket here, on October 20th, 2022, and that was when I released my essay on the Halloween thing.
Oh yeah.
And then the next one that isn't as big is literally it's April 28th. So it's a few days after I released my Evil Dead timeline.
Right. Those videos both did well.
Yep, and then the next one is March 25th, which is because our the spoiler review we did for Late Night did
Right.
really
What do you
well.
guys got coming up, or what have you been watching? We never got to talk about that.
I can spitball some things I've watched recently.
Right. There you go.
The video I'm working on next is The Strangers Pray at Night. I watched that last week.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Which I really like that movie.
And you need to watch Aliens. This is the franchise.
I need to watch all of the Alien movies, which I have to do
For the
soon.
summer.
Yep. I just finished my Texas Chainsaw remake review yesterday.
I watch movies.
So that won't be up until next Monday. But I watched Texas Chainsaw the beginning yesterday. Which interestingly enough, I don't know how this happened, was the first slasher movie that I ever saw.
Hell yeah.
Was Texas Chainsaw Massacre the beginning. So that was interesting to revisit. I
Why
don't
do you
like
watch
it.
your first slasher movie?
I don't remember. I couldn't tell you why. I don't like it, but it was cool to revisit it.
It was the new hotness at the time. You were like, this is cool. I like it.
Maybe. Somebody do a Begotten review? I'll review Begotten. I'll do it. I'll make a video on that. That weird fucking thing.
Oh God, yeah. How do you even talk about that? Like,
I don't know. I'll try.
and it's
There's
just
a few
humming
people
and
who've
buzzing and popping.
tackled that before. I've seen some of their
Begotten.
stuff.
Mr. GG talked about it.
Yeah,
He-
it's a.
He's got funny reviews.
I like his
stuff.
videos. Yeah, he's good.
I
I'm
like
not a
his stuff.
reviewer. Yes, you are,
Thanks,
dude.
man.
You've done enough
He's
to do it.
dude. He like gives like legit insight into movies. I think he undersells.
I just don't think I don't think he gives himself enough credit.
No.
But I think he's, especially because like his content's evolved over time.
Yeah.
Like his, because
He's just
I
not
was,
seen as many movies. I think that's why. He
yeah,
said,
Yeah.
I would say like a couple years ago, because I found him pre-pandemic and like I thought he was really good, and then like he blew up. I know one of the big ones that he was one of the reasons why I paid attention to Skinamarink. When I first
Yeah,
started,
he did a
'cause
video on it.
He
Yeah.
watched he and I liked his take on it because he pirated it because he didn't know that it was he didn't know that it was like he thought it was just like how I thought it was, where it was like an underground kind of like made for nothing movie that just got thrown up there, and then he started seeing that it got leaked at from festivals and stuff, and he looked into it because it was like the TikTok movie for a long time. People on TikTok were talking about it.
Yeah.
And then it just turned into this thing where his review was like, yeah, so I did pirate this. I didn't realize what it was. But I am going to be purchasing a ticket as soon as it comes out. I'm going to buy it. He's like, he basically made a big statement about how he's going to support the filmmaker and stuff like that. And I was like, that's super commendable. Because, you know, it's like, you can't really justify pirating it. Like, unless the only way I say it's usable or serviceable is when you need footage.
Yeah.
for videos, because that's the only thing you're using it for. But
Yep.
you know, or
I
if you
agree.
can't get the movie in your country, then I don't care.
The way I got my Skinamarink Blu-ray, by the way, if you're Canadian, Sunrise Records came in clutch for me on this one. They only had one copy of it left, and it was on hold. Like, one of the employees was holding it in the back because they were like, I'm buying this at the end of my shift. But I came in, I was like, do you guys have Skinamarink? And the employee at Sunrise Records was like, I'm going to give you mine. I'm going to give you the one that I put on hold. So they brought the Blu-ray out, gave it to me. God bless them. I hope that they got their own. And that's
Was it
the one
Steelbook?
No, it was just a regular Blu-ray, but still.
I just went into Walmart and got mine for
Yeah.
$11.
Well, I did not pay $11 for it, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, it was
Paid,
super
like,
cheap for some
25
reason. I got
bucks.
like mine was like $11.
Not mine. Not mine.
It was
I'm
wild.
not gonna buy it.
Fuck you.
Not for a while.
I really
not-
enjoyed that
It's just
one.
not a movie that I'll watch very soon. I was tempted to get the Outwaters though, but
Yeah, I have that one.
Lake Mungo I
got
have
the-
2 copies of if either you
Second
need
Sight
one.
just put
Send
out
it, boy.
Borderlands, and they're putting out Goni Jum. So those are 2 found footage films that I really want.
Well, I think I've hit my wall, but gentlemen, I've been
Yeah.
I've been signed out. But
I'm
thank you
fucked.
guys. This has been who's playing? Who's playing? It's Alex.
What? No, I didn't.
But yeah, thanks for sitting with us, guys. I know this was a little bit of a less energetic stream for me. I mean, it's just doing the 2 streams back to back on Mondays. Plus, it's been honestly these last 2 weeks have been so fucking busy. As
Fuck
far
yeah,
as
they
just
have, man.
content for all of us.
Yeah.
Plug the Discord, Alex.
Oh. Yes, and continue to talk while you're and saying
Oh
stuff.
yeah, but I was just saying, like, it's been so busy, but I'm starting to get to a point where things are going to kind of mellow out a little bit. I've got some projects that I've been working on. I know I've been telling these fellows about it. I should have just as a
Holy
teaser
shit.
that new thing that I'm working on. I should have a like test video, an unlisted video that I will
Fuck yeah.
send a link for you guys.
Please.
Because I really want to get some opinions on it.
I've been
before-
waiting for so long, dude.
I know it's been
Like legit
it's-
since we met. I've been wanting to see this shit.
Wait, which ones are you talking about here?
I might be thinking about something different.
I think you are, because I'm talking about
I'm thinking of Sycophant.
Oh no! I'm still working on that. I'll get that. I will.
God damn it! I want to see it so bad.
I know. It's literally sitting on my desktop here. I just have to finish it.
Send it to me. Just send it to me.
I can send you the festival version.
Please do. I want to see it.
too. Yeah,
I've been waiting to see this since we first
He
met.
promised me. He sent me. I helped him with the poster.
Yeah, you gave me
was like-
the alternate.
He was like,
poster
"Oh,
that
I'll
I
send
will-
you a copy," and I never saw it. I was like, "God damn it!" Well, I
I'll-
didn't help him with the poster. I told him what I thought would look
Sure.
good, and then he did it. and
It made a much better poster.
It
was a
really
lot
did.
nicer.
You sent me 2 posters, so Alex, that probably one of them was one of the ones. that you
It's the
helped
one
with.
he changed the lettering to the blood lettering, and I thought it
Right.
looked a lot better. The other one was just like an alternative rendition that didn't turn out too well, but I spent many hours on it.
Anyway,
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, though.
yeah, I'm hyped.
But
I'm
yeah,
gonna
no,
finally have more time
I-
to work on like short films.
this
and
is
shit.
the newer pro. I can tell you when we sign off here, but it's I'm gonna be sending it to you guys. Hopefully, I made a lot of progress on Sunday on it. I spent like 4 hours working on it. I'm very
Oh,
proud
yeah.
of what it's coming out like.
So yeah,
far.
you guys are gonna have to help support that and share it with people if you can when he puts it out there to try to get him the best wide berth
That's
of
right.
like exposure, if you can. I mean, I don't care if you have to be annoying to people. Sometimes that's what you got to do.
I'll bring it up with Cody when I'm on call with him on Friday.
Right? We should just
Oh, I
send
appreciate
it.
it.
That's what we should do: is send it to all of our fucking other YouTuber
And
friends.
I've also been in touch with Barry from Wolfman's Got Nards. We're talking about doing something together, so I'll mention him.
Alex
okay.
forward me the link. Will do.
I can't like unless he says it's okay.
Yeah, no, we'll let Dylan cook.
By
It'll
the
be
way,
out when
I
it's
also
ready.
have some stuff coming up too for story audio adventure stuff. It's going to be interesting, and these two may be
meaning
helping.
to say my wife wants to do voice acting for you for that.
Dude, I'm all about that. That'd be great.
Sick.
They really want to get into that because
That's the hardest part is I can't do like female voices.
I'm sure you could.
I've done like a few.
I'm planning on doing another like an audio only podcast with her that's going to be once a month that I'm going to put up on the channel and take
Oh,
advantage
nice.
of the actual like YouTube
RSS feed.
podcast. Yeah, I'm going to take advantage of that, where we're going to talk about not just movies like creepy movies and stuff. It'll be like on the line of like Yorgos Lanthimos stuff, but we're also going to talk about like creepy stories.
Nice.
Like I want to talk about like the Sukabetsu brown bear incident or massacre. I want to talk about the there's
Serbian
a really
werewolf. You should do that one.
there's a fucking terrible story about a woman who was brutalized by this town, and she was reported to be a Bigfoot. But as it turns out, she was
did have
just
big
this.
feet.
She wasn't a Bigfoot. She was well. The story in the papers was that she was a Bigfoot, but a lot of people thought that she was just a like one of the last like living Neanderthals.
Oh, that's terrible.
Interesting.
And they did some horrible things to her, and then they tested her DNA many years later, and it turns out no, she was human. She was completely normal. They brutalized her, and it was awful. It was.
I've thought about doing like videos on like folklore because I love like regional folklore. That could be fun.
I would love to have you guys on that too with us, because like we're gonna talk. Like I'm gonna try to come up with things. Like I have a whole list going of certain stories.
We used to do episodes, random episodes every now and then that were called Ghost Legends and Crime. And it would be stories that involved all three of those things. So we picked La Llorona, and there was like real people who thought they were La Llorona, and they went around killing people. And then there was like the history and the legend, and it was really interesting. I even wrote a song that's like really super creepy. That's really good too.
Can you send it to me?
Yeah, no, it's short, but I'll send it to you.
That's fine. I'm working on. That's the big thing I'm working on in my free time right now is my book, and I'm working on an album. I've got some demos that I'm doing up right now. I was recording over the weekend, and I've been having a lot of fun with that.
Nice.
Oh yeah, brother. Well, yeah.
All right. Well, I'm about to die.
Thank you, everybody.
So...
I appreciate you all. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out.
Yeah.
We're back on schedule after this week, so it won't be next week, but the following week, and we'll promise to stack up some news. We'll have some fun stuff and everything. So sorry for the lighter stream. Lots of dilly-dallying, but you know.
We've all been busy.
So... But keep an eye on the channels. Evan's got some cool stuff coming up. Alex has got some cool stuff coming up. And we have some things that will be on this channel as well. So other than that, have a good night, everybody. Yeah. We will see you next week.
See you, lads. Lads, ladies, and lake monsters.
There you go.